हेलो। हाँ। हाँ रोसी। हाँ। ठीक है। ठीक है रोसी यार। यार मतलब गेम चालू होने को 2 मिनट और तुमने मेरे को कॉल वॉल कर दिया ड्यूड। ठीक है ठीक है। ठीक है मिलते हैं ठीक है। यार टेक इज केयर्स यार। लव्स द यूज है। ठीक है। हाँ पेल दिस ठीक है। रखते हैं। ए यार रोसी को मालूम पड़ गया बे। हाँ। वॉच पार्टी कर रहा हूँ करके देख रहे हो। हाँ। एक्टिंग मत कर कॉल आया था हाँ। ओवर एक्टिंग का 25 कर। गुल भाई खेल रहे रोशनी नहीं है। इसलिए कॉल किया था क्या उसने। हैं? अबे लवले। क्यों लेकिन। हैं? तेरी तो अलग गए अलग गए हेलो। तेरी अलग गए हैं, तेरी तो चलो नाला। डिचकी 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 डिचकी।
Successful for them in
That's
scrims.
cap.
I don't know. That's what I heard. So, and maybe I'm being,
गोल ऑफे
bamboozled.
रोटेटिंग
Maybe I shouldn't
रोस्टर
believe
है
my informants.
सब
But
खेलेंगे।
in this case, I
मुझे
took
लगा
them
आज
over
रोसे
gold.
खेलेंगे।
Actually, yeah, I'm inclined to believe you because you have
कोई ना गोलू गोलू
me
गोलू
right so
ठीक है
far.
कोई सुन है कोई सुन
That's
है।
really interesting because then it comes down to like, how did that really work in scrims?
रॉसी को
Maybe
नहीं
it didn't
खेलना
work
था।
against DRX, but could it work against another team? That's what I'm worried about here.
Yeah, so to lay it out really bluntly
और
right
रॉसी
now,
जेट खेलेगा
these two
रोटेटर।
teams
तुमको
are
ये
at
सब
the
कहाँ से मालूम
very
पड़ा।
bottom of the ladder. Now we love these teams. We all
लेकिन
love
मैं देख रहा था
Talon and
ये जो
Global
बंदा है
Esports.
इसके
The
बाजू
fact
में
of the
हाँ
matter
यार
is,
हाउस यूजर
despite Global Esports
आपको
was
इग्नोर नहीं कर
performing
रहा।
really well, even though it was
एक्चुअली इसके बाजू में ये जो बंदा है इसने रॉसी का पोस्टर निकाल के बोला ये खेल रहा है। प्रेडिक्शंस कर रहे हैं।
Global Esports today.
Yeah. I don't know,
रॉसी
they've
ट्वीट
had a few
देखा जाए।
more impressive maps than Talon. Talon has had some really good maps here. They've obviously won one against Team Secret. Like they're playing very good at times. Like, but it seems like they're getting worse as time goes on. But that means
दूसरा रॉसी आ
also
रहा
it could
है।
be that time where Talon just kind of figures it out and all of a sudden
Rossi.
takes off on a rocket ship. But for both of these teams, they have to win today, right? Like this is a do or die almost. I don't know what the exact math is. If you lose, like if you're 0-4, if you join DFM at the bottom, if that means you're just done basically, or if you can win
Yeah.
3 in a row and then figure it out. I don't know, but it feels do or die for sure for both teams.
Yeah.
Well, quickly for myself, you've said it multiple times. Whenever you don't believe in Talon, that's when Talon gets really upset and they're like, I'm going to prove paper thin wrong.
I don't think it has anything to do with me.
Yeah.
I just
So
they're good players.
I feel like, no, they are great and they've got the potential, and I think
That's
today's
why we
going to
voted
be the
for
day. Is that your opinion?
I think so.
Okay.
It's going to be that day.
Kuch nahi hai bhai.
Surely it's the day because they've been struggling.
बस
they
जी
did really
जीतेगा
well last year.
बस
I think they got
2-0 जी का
Well, we're
वोटिंग
going to
देख रहे
find
हो
out
92%।
today's final matchup of this weekend of week 4. Like you said, it's do or die. Let's go to the stage, watch their walkouts for the ultimate Southeast Asian deathmatch.
अभी मालूम पड़ेगा अभी मालूम पड़ेगा। बे कौन नेट पे करे बे। गाना हो जाए भाई आज सारा कॉपीराइट चलेगा यार सारे गाने सुनूंगा मैच। रोहित भाई सारे गाने दो मुझे। आ गया गाना। चलो आज का रेवेन्यू भी गया। नाचो गाइस नाचो नाचो अपना टीम आने वाला है नाचो। हाँ आ गया 15 20 GE सुनाई दे रहा है 20 लिख के ले लो टैटू वैटू मत बनाना ठीक है लेकिन स्टिकर पोस्ट करना ऐसा हाथ वाथ पे 20 G
वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम कैसे हो
लेकिन तू है कौन।
क्या सीन है भाई
क्या सीन है भाई रॉसी जीतने वाला और क्या सीन है।
किस रह गया
हाँ सॉरी जी जीतने वाला मेरे को पता नहीं रॉसी खेल रहा है कि नहीं। क्या लगता है तुझे।
मुझे नहीं पता
मुझे यही नहीं मालूम VLT में कौन खेलता है, उनका कैसे मालूम रहेगा?
इनसाइड डायनामो लॉक। ये स्टार्ट हो गया।
रॉसी का पता नहीं बना था, इसलिए रॉसी बोला जिन वो रहे जी लेफ्ट में, मैंने देख लिया गाइस, देखा बोला था ना।
Ladies and gentlemen, this is
क्या लेके आया
VCT
हाथ में?
Pacific. The stakes are high with two Southeast
अरे?
Asian teams facing
अच्छा, ये वो
off.
है।
We have India's global
Hand
esports
warmer.
and Thailand's talent.
I'm
भाई
excited.
टैलेंट तो
for
वो टीम है ना।
Vikings debut.
ओ
This
शिट,
is a
Hey,
really,
गोलू!
आ गया एक प्लेयर आ गया,
playing it,
एक और
you know,
लाओ।
very high level with a lot of really good teams.
एक
Competed
और
at
लाओ।
LCQ in 2021, so no doubt he's a very good player. So I'm just curious to see how he's going to fit in.
I mean, he was playing last year as well in APAC.
भाई
and
हल्का
he
सा
had
दिल
some great
धक-धक कर रहा है लेकिन।
performances, But you're right, this is his first debut. First of all, guys.
टैलेंट तो
finally
वही है ना,
ready
रीटेक
to
किंग्स,
go.
जिसको मैंने
But
टाइटल दिया था।
play at lock-in. He has
आ गया,
really
पट से
shown
हेडशॉट आ
his
गया,
stuff
पट
this
से।
year. So this will be his first time with the team, and that's going to be interesting to see for sure.
Yeah, my question here is I suspect double controller is my guess. So that means to me what map is
मोने
going to be the first
भाई,
one here? Is it going to be
Icebox।
Icebox, Lotus,
पता
Split? Like
नहीं,
those are
नहीं
kind of
है।
the ones where you're more likely
अगला
maybe
game
Pearl
कौन सा आएगा? तुम लोगों को क्या
to
लगता
see
है?
double controller versus others. You know, is he going to be playing a Harbor potentially or something like that? You know, Astra or Viper as well are definitely in the mix. So, you know, really curious. Like
आ जाए,
Vince is kind
coach
of
आ जाए।
a big point of interest for me. Like he's the unknown. It's his first time in Pacific.
रॉसी नेक्स्ट
What's
मैप।
going to happen?
All eyes are on him.
I think whatever it is, today's matchup is going to be so different than yesterday because both of these teams play completely different than how the Korean or Japanese.
भाई गोलू भाई खुश तो है बे,
I
गोलू
think
भाई
we can
खुश तो है।
expect to see maps that we haven't seen
ये
much
दोनों
in the
टीम ने कुछ
rotation
नहीं-
at
कुछ नहीं
Pacific.
जीता आज तक। दोनों
That's
टीम
what I'm
ने
hoping
जीता।
anyway, including
तू देखा टैलेंट वालों ने क्या किया, अपने पास बात करने के लिए कुछ नहीं करके उधर जाते हैं, ऐसा बोला उसने, देखा?
and also the same team.
आ गया, चलो देखे तो सही।
Gecko.
Yeah, spirits are high to say the least. And yes, they do have some interesting comps for sure. A lot of new things to experiment with, and maybe experimentation.
Pyrex के
can be done,
against
'cause
आएगा
the
लस्सी,
game
language।
is, like you mentioned, do or die. Boys here with as their assistant coach as well from the US. So
ये
I
बस
think
नाम के
Talent
इंडियन
has been
प्लेयर है,
looking up some secret recipes
इंडियन
behind
टीम में
our
जब इंडियन
backs.
प्लेयर है नहीं।
Global,
हाँ?
we've seen how they
लक्ष्य
perform.
भाई।
They are pretty good. They're
काहे
gonna
देख रहे हो तो
just have
फिर
to clash
अपना
against each
कीमती
other.
टाइम काहे
Tried
वेस्ट कर रहे हो?
Quadra
कुछ करे
duelists.
लाइफ में, कुछ करे।
No, Vic, please.
क्या बोलते
And a
लक्ष्य भाई,
sage.
क्या आपने कभी ये सोचा? लक्ष्य भाई, क्या आपने कभी ऐसे बैठे बैठे जब आप अपने मोबाइल फोन से आप टाइप कर रहे थे कि ये कैसा इंडियन टीम है जहाँ पे इंडियन प्लेयर है, क्या आपने कभी ये सोचा है कि यही चीज मैं देख रहा हूँ, फॉट छोमटे आई एम करके, ऐसा कभी आपने कभी किया है? लक्ष्य भाई आज करे और फक ऑफ हो जाए यहाँ से।
Cooking, you know, if that's their idea, that I need to see the ingredients be better put together. Like with the triple
क्या
duel
बोलते हैं?
thing, fine if it was working, but DRX is pretty unflappable. Okay, Pearl ban. So what's
तोड़ो
gonna be?
बंगा, ऑब्वियसली भाई जी का मैच है,
I mean,
तोड़ूंगा
Split is
भाई।
here, right? This is the map that was played very, very well for GE against DRX. So
Fracture
no
नहीं
surprise
देखना है
at all,
भाई, बस
especially with the way
please।
that, you know, Talon
कुछ
looks
भी हो
on
जाए,
the same
चलो
That certainly is one of
दो
their
पिक हो गया,
favorites.
2-0 है, बाद में
Icebox.
कोई भी
This
मैच आ
is-
जाए,
they
अपना
got
क्या
rid
है?
of
Their favorites.
2-0 चलो
Finally.
For Talon to go
क्या
back
आपको
to
लगता
this,
है
like
कि
we
अगला गेम शायद रॉसी खेलेगा?
भाई
क्योंकि बनियास
वो
मतलब
छोड़,
जर्सी पहन के आया है रॉसी इसलिए।
मेरे को लेकिन एक बात मेरे को समझ में नहीं आ रही,
हाँ
जब जी को 2-0 करना है तो बाकी ये सब बैन वैन लास्ट पिक ये सब क्यों कर रहे हैं? पहला 2 मैप पिक करके खेलना चालू करना चाहिए, टाइम बचेगा भाई।
बात तो है।
हाँ
पर
ओ
मेरे हिसाब से
टैलेंट
easy
सुन रहे
win
हो?
है।
हाँ,
मेरे हिसाब से
100%।
easy win है। पता नहीं क्यों मेरे को लग रहा है इजी विन है।
हाँ मेरे को भी। अगर आपको कुछ और लग रहा है तो बताए, एंड कर देंगे।
नहीं ये इजी विन लग रहा है।
हाँ 2-0
भाई डीआरएक्स को टक्कर दिया भाई।
वही
coordination, because these guys have shown
बज
that
मत।
they're trying to come up with something new or different.
आज तो heavy
They have
बजेंगे
been
बे।
changing around their roster. But
Heavy।
when it comes to coordinated plays, it's just not quite there yet for whatever reason. So they
तो ये लोग में बेटा कौन है?
right here today, this week.
Oh, so
There is a
wait,
sage.
Lightning Fast is playing Raze?
No,
What?
not Texture? Meanwhile, Talon, I mean, this looks meta. This looks like it makes sense.
Yeah, now
but-
we're back to something normal.
You got surprised, Caster Kalana.
Sage, the
Bugs by
Sage, I
chill,
get
no
it.
pep
This is
security,
wild.
eggplant
This is
kiss.
wild.
Kiss to you.
I'm really curious to see what GE is.
Love you, Archit. By Addy by thank you for the 40, thank you for the 40. Galvidaj Basti ne aaj
Which
देखना
you picked
race
up
में.
today, paper thin.
Yeah.
I love it. I love when
Bye,
they switch it up
गोलू
the
भाई ने
Pacific.
मेरे
It's
agent लिया
just
बे. हाँ?
gonna give us exciting games. I wonder if
रहा
we're
है?
gonna see more.
मेरा
judgment
agent को
days
world
from
stage पे
Bunyan
लेके आया.
again on Split because he was crazy
हाँ.
2 weeks ago. Now let's see how this is all gonna play out at the caster deck.
मुझे लगा
And the
Sentinel
Blues
खेलेगा
on
वो,
the
ना?
stage today. We've got Achilleos and William. William, how's your teeth doing? I heard you got something done.
यार उसका हुडिया अच्छा था बे.
I did get one of my team
Valorant का
crowns.
हुडी था क्या वो?
Yeah.
भाई white वाला भाई
I
प्यारा
hope that
था.
You don't know because that'd be kind of weird if you didn't know everything about my teeth. I got my first tooth ever crowned, my first cavity ever actually in 30 plus years here on Earth.
I'm still holding out.
You're still holding
I haven't
out?
got a cavity.
Dang.
I've been able to survive this long, which is surprising.
ये सुने क्या अभी हम? हाँ? कैविटी के बात का बात ना करे, ग्रेविटी के बारे में बात करे. जो गोलू आया है उसका जो ग्रेविटी है, जो महसूस होने वाला है, कास्टर्स उस बारे में आप वो करे फोकस. बराबर है.
To see Lightning
चले.
Fast coming in and playing. the race. This
पिस्तौल
is the
राउंड
same
तो अपना
round
100% सक्सेस रेट है.
all the way back
today,
versus
yeah,
Vitality
हाँ,
and
हाँ.
Lock-in, except
लॉल dude.
at
चलो
that
स्टार्ट
point,
करो.
because
चलो चलो.
Rossi playing the same
चलो
game.
1-0 ये तो स्किप ही करना
Yes,
चाहिए
so a
था.
little bit of a player swap. Now Lightning Fast, he has a significant number of games on Raze as well, especially
चलो राउंड 3 चालू करो भाई. ओए
playing in some of those third-party
कौन बड़ा
tournaments.
किसका गेम का?
Seems like he was really
बड़ा.
playing a lot of the Raze, some of the Reyna as well, trying to fit him into this duelist role. So we'll see how he holds up. I mean, texture, we know he can
Bing में मैं
frag,
पहला
but
2 राउंड
his
नहीं देख रहा हूँ.
utility on the
बराबर.
stage, how does that work out?
बराबर.
His timings, right? And just quick on his feet. Sometimes he's going to have to make his own decisions.
All right, well.
कौन है गार्नेट
The
के
gates
सामने
have
कौन आ रहा
opened.
है? कौन आ
Now
रहा है?
Talon just gonna be
मोने
sending a
बाय.
couple
मोने बाय.
in to be Garage. One yet playing on the site. Something definitely to
Ah.
also keep our eyes on, given what he was able to do.
5
last time he
बुलेट
played on
वेस्ट
the
हो गए
site.
टैलेंट के.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, what a monster. And then also to point out on the
Lol,
side of Talon,
dudes.
I mean, not only, of course, are they
Huh?
straying away from the triple entry, but a
बस
little
मैं
bit
फोन देते हो.
of, an
Think
agent swap
if
as
buff
well,
नहीं,
right?
think
Last
क्या
time
आएगा
it was
थोड़ी
Pat
टाइम में.
playing on that
5
Astra,
बुलेट
I
बाद.
believe.
कैसे है
Didn't
उससे भी
show as
हाउ
much
टू यूज.
comfort with the utility,
I
but
don't
Cruz
count that.
going back to the controller.
और 10
I don't
बुलेट.
count that game.
15 बुलेट
As far
गए.
as I'm concerned, Pat has never played Astra.
Yeah, that was just an
लो
arena.
ये भी वेस्ट.
So he's just going to be playing that KO, something that he should be a little bit
सब
more
कुछ waste हो
self-sufficient with.
Yeah, I think that's
थोड़ा
definitely
headshot
a
भी
lot
waste
more
हो जाता
suited to him,
था.
especially as a player who's coming back after a long time away. Putting him on something like an Astra where it's very
lag हो रहा है.
focused, definitely a bit out there. For now, Boombot, just to try to check, see if there's still that presence here in mid.
Now, on the side of Global Esports, I mean, they've just confirmed
भाई,
that no one's
4
really
जन
pushing
B
in
rotate
towards
कर
B.
सकते
They
हैं.
haven't shown as
तीन
much
तो है.
control over mid yet, and the way they're checking, firstly body check, then they use your utility
30
to
seconds
confirm. They
left.
bought so much time, and now they know that as long as
गोलू
Malik
भाई,
can
नेट
stay
मारे.
alive, that they can go for this retake over on B.
Oh, Grabwell goes to grab one.
And he's
Get the-
still alive.
The lock-in, but
Nice.
Darn it,
Oh,
he's doing
man,
it
yeah. Oh, S. Oh my God. जीत गए.
Man, yet you
बोला था.
absolute
हाँ?
small animal.
अरे बोला था
Already
मैंने
locked in,
राउंड 3
39
चालू
the
करो.
record to beat.
हाँ?
When Aaron said on Twitter, be prepared for a big surprise, we all thought it was going to be the
Right
roster,
click,
but the big
ये देखो.
surprise was
सिर्फ right
Mike
click मारा है,
lighting things
right
off with
click.
a classic ace.
अबे
Here in the
सिर्फ
first
राइट क्लिक
round.
मारा बे.
Gorgeously done. I mean, able to really easily secure the one onto Garnets, given the vulnerability that had already been on him. But every single
T-Bone?
follow-up kill from there, absolutely.
सिर्फ राइट क्लिक मारा मालूम है उसका लेफ्ट क्लिक काम नहीं कर रहा.
लॉल.
Players, you just feel more comfortable on certain
सिर्फ
maps,
right
and
click
clearly
मारा
Split
बे.
is that map here for Monyet.
माने
See if
भाई
they continue
आप
that, of
वैंडल की जगह
course. I
क्लासिक
mean,
चलाए.
with 5 Spectres, they're still going to have
मार
a
दिया
decent
रे.
amount banked up on the side of Monyet as well to continue on to the next rounds.
टैलेंट का यहाँ
One
पे
of the
टाइम आउट
biggest
लेना
things
चाहिए
we
था
had
मेरे
said
हिसाब
after
से.
he set that 39 kill record was, is this a flash in the pan? Are we
Right.
going to see consistency from this guy? And I think widely we have. So,
Yes.
hell of a way to kick things off. Let's see how he fares now in the anti-eco. Just a couple taps on the ropes over towards A heaven. Just keep interest
Thirsty नहीं भाई.
pushed over towards
बहुत
that
thirsty
side of
देख
the
लिया
map.
मैंने
Nice
last में.
fight though.
Huh?
will connect and put a bit of damage down onto Cruz, blocking off Mail for now.
And this is something we saw when Global Esports was playing against DRX as well, is just the way that they play the map of Split, despite its tight quarters, the way they're using their utility to buy time and cycle through all of that. Once again, I mean, this paint shells, it's going to buy so much time again, and he gets two!
एक और नेट डाल
He's got the
ये
reset.
एक और नेट आया
He's gonna force them forward, split them apart.
Oh, they're stuck
Spray in.
here.
Yeah, Bazzi.
Satchel भी मारा
Last pack connecting for a little bit of extra damage. I thought he had it for a second.
Leak हो गया
Locked in for lightning fast as well in his debut on
अबे
the stage.
क्या हो गया ये हेलो
That's exactly what you want to see, is get him
Refresh.
ready to go, nice and
Refresh.
early into the game.
आ गया
Reduce that warm up.
अबे वो हेवी मार रहा था ना करके YouTube वो नहीं कर पाया समझ
Yeah,
रहे
a
हो
little bit of a default setup change here for the first couple of rounds, right? I mean, last time we saw Monyet heavily focusing on B and or mid to shut down the entire map, but now, I mean, just
वो
in
one
that
way smoke
second
अच्छा है
round, we
ना?
actually saw him with a neat little
Refresh,
setup to walk on
refresh.
Vents
अरे
over
वो
on
गोलू
E
बहुत ज्यादा
heaven.
मार रहा था
Now
ना
he's
इसलिए
focusing on Vents as well as being ready to provide support over on A. And that allows Aaron to now constantly switch up his setups as well, providing some support on that B side with the one-ways where
अबे ये लोग
Talon
जिगल
now
करके
they'll
बोले
always
रहे
have
बे
to approach
info
first to figure
हाँ?
out what the default is before they can actually make up their mind.
Fox swinging around the side of that Nebula, able to get line of sight. Does get a nice little headshot in. Sushi Boy's going to be down to 5 HP.
हाँ
Bazzi
चलेगा ये
trade one
चलेगा
back and now locates the spike. See, he's got the read. Does he want to send a flash down or just get tucked away? It looks like it's going to be the latter. Meanwhile, Fox is just pushing his way downstairs over towards that defender's spawn and very much leaves Aaron in a vulnerable position, as the Boombot is not going to check this spot. Nice pop flash.
ओ भाई क्या blind दिया
Open help. Very nicely timed there from Talon.
Yep, and Aaron going to get spotted as well. So, I mean, a great
एक
setup
second
from
रुको
Fox
check
as well,
OTP देना है
flanking all the way around. And also, we got to give credit where credit is due, of course, Pat and Garnett's not taking any chances, right? They recognize that if you're not up front, then you've got to be hidden behind because you saw the spike drop. So, a good recovery, not the end of the world,
Oh,
but
it's
of
blind.
course. Oh, wow, yeah, just through the smoke, just a little snap.
स्मोक
But
क्यों
on
मर
top of
गया
that, we
बे
have to remember, you know, for
भाई
Global
blind
Esports,
अच्छा
you're
था
gonna
बे
do
blind अच्छा था
as
कुछ
much
भी बोलो
damage
blind
as you
अच्छा था
want to the enemies, but you also had so much banged up.
बस blind गया
Exactly. So they're going to be more than fine going into the next.
सारे के और राइट क्लिक ब्लाइंड नहीं देते ऐसा
Lying
लगता है
down. Losing this one would be obviously the most costly.
ये राउंड
For
जीता ना
them,
सीधा 4-1 क्रूशियल राउंड चले
Equal
चले
weaponry now in hand.
And Cosmic Divide online for Monyet. So I suspect, yeah, without the early aggression on A side, soon enough Aaron should make the decision to kind of back off and just hold on to Heaven alongside Batsy, and that would allow them to at least control enough space where they
Score
can get
predict
easy
करे,
retake Cosmic Divide.
13-7 जी
Fox trying it again. They identify.
13-7
where
या
he's at.
13-9
One segment of the wall going to be broken down. That's going to be the Trailblazer now let loose, quickly dealt with. Meanwhile, everybody else from Talon not pressuring over towards B, which will be called out, and now they can very much start
Oi.
to suspect that this is going to end up being an A hit.
And because of that, they're actually lining up. They're giving up Heaven because at a certain point with the timer, the way
भाई
it
rotation
is,
मस्त है
Talon is going to have to get through
Rotation
to the
मस्त
site
है
first. So they're trying to use this toxic screen to their advantage where they can set up a crossfire. They even have
ओ
backup coming
पुल
in the
करना
lightning
चाहिए
fast as
था
well.
मजा आ जाता
Now,
बाजी मर गया
He just cuts down two. We're watching the wrong man. Show me his
ओ
POV.
कोई और मर गया
And
लाइटनिंग मर
Aaron's still
गया
alive.
Able to find one. He gets a third. Bazzi swings out.
लाइटनिंग ने अपनी जान
Only
दे दी
lightning
टीम
fast
के
going
लिए
to be lost here in the fight. Monyet should be able to
Love
afford,
you.
afford a buy for him. So 3-1 the scoreline now. Very great.
Golu
answer
by
back
very
to G once
selfless
again to
player.
Equal footing in weapons.
देख रहे हो
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Abhi bhai,
if
thank
we
you for
see
the
timeout
membership.
coming up here in Talon in the next round or two. Because right now,
भाई
there's
बाजी को
so
बचाया
much
बे
time
उसने
and utility just to figure out the setup from Global
आ
Esports.
आ
Yeah, I
आ
mean, this viewing part from Mumbai, I figured it'd be a big one, but there it is. I mean, they're getting riled up, and as they should be, because Global Esports was being called this team the best team to never win yet here in the VCT leagues across the world.
हाँ प्लस वन हाँ बेस्ट टीम बोला
That's very much been true. And I think that you'd have to be a fool to say otherwise, just given what they have been able to show us. Protection out. Does he want to swing off this? He does. No one
अक्षर
there
भाई आराम से
to see. Forward again. Take a
उतरे
little bit of
हाँ
damage there from that Sheriff.
मस्त खेला
Wisely
मस्त
will
खेला
back away. Bazzi in the meantime, top ramp swings. And that Sushi Boy's taken out.
And this is where Batsy has been so good for this team of Global Esports. He may not be getting the most frags every time, but his utility to support and then
those
always
are
be
G
prepared for
Vince
these
full
crossovers.
talent
We've
को
been
support
seeing this
करता है
more and more as Sky has been
2-0
kind
है
of taking hold
कहलाना
as this main initiator for a lot of teams.
Thank you
where
for the
you
those
can probably
सालों
support in
में
so many different ways. You got flashes, you've got intel.
हाँ मुझे
and then
लगा
you can
सिर्फ
pull
मेरा ही
different angles
रिस्पेक्ट
with
नहीं
your
है यार
flashes to
गोल्डी भाई
provide
की भी
crossfires.
रिस्पेक्ट नहीं
I
है
mean,
वेरी
you're
सैड
one
भाई
of the
ब्यूटी
best ways to be
कुछ
that
नहीं कर
kind of
सकते
second line of entry or defense.
been great with it. And I mean, I keep referencing this interview from back
Vishal
when
bhai,
he transitioned over into
2-0.
playing as initiator instead, as I'll hold my thought.
Raise dip हो गया
The
यार.
rocket, inevitably, lightning fast cannot get away from that one. Swing over towards the garage, and oh, the third shot is the charm. Catches Aaron in the head, and suddenly Talon on pace to go ahead and turn this into a thrifty.
Yeah, and with the weapons picked up as well, this is going to give them a good chance to bounce back, right? They're not going to always have to fight from behind. Global Esports, they are going to try for this.
I heard the drop, though, but Garnet's with a 4K will go ahead and bring them over the finish line. So a second round win for Talon and a thrifty to boot. Very nicely by them, given how, losing your Viper nice and early.
जब भी मैं thirsty सुनता हूँ ना, पता नहीं बुरा लगता है यार दिल को.
Having played Duelist, knows how to set up as an initiator for his for the rest of his teammates. So while Texture might not be playing Duelist right now in this map, he knows how to set somebody up.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's one of the big benefits there. And obviously, we've seen that work for
भाई
teams
वो
like
भी
TRX
किसी और
here
का
as
गन
well,
लेके
where you
मारा.
take all these jet mains and then you turn them into these other roles that know how the jet wants to play. We're
Things
kind of
by
seeing
back
that in
in
the
business.
works right now for Global Esports as well.
Being a Jetman.
First members and super favorite team. Abhi bhai, love you.
So much more you can offer.
Love you.
And
Oh,
is this
oh,
Sheriff
counter
Texture
thirsty.
and lightning fast, just cracking skulls.
Counter thirsty, counter.
I mean, sure, you had 3 people lined up, so the ones in front were really just trying to bait for you, but still.
Hey, nahi re
And now
baba.
Bazzi's over here holding down this site with the judge. Good luck, Sushi.
Oh,
Sushi Khan.
Oh,
Khan.
it was a nice jiggle beat, but
Asher Mantra
it's
hi
still
kar
the
raha hai.
judge that you're up against.
Ah, ये
Might
भी
not
spot
have
हो
been
गया.
clean, but it doesn't matter. Spike is stranded over by Ramen.
वाह
I know
क्या
exactly where Cruz is at.
Hey,
Cruz
Mane
finds
bhai.
one yet. Okay, so odd timing. Looks like he wasn't ready for him to be
Put it back,
wrapped
pull him
around
out.
up towards heaven that quickly.
I mean, yeah, there's no reason.
Round तो जीत गए भाई, उसके पास time ही नहीं है.
Okay. Well,
Why not?
भाई
Yeah, why
texture
not?
ने
Starts with
मस्त
Sheriff
मारा
and ends with the
लेकिन.
classic, and it's a back-to-back thrifty answered by Global.
2-1 G challenge हो जाए, is not 2-0. नहीं नहीं, आप talent पे लगा रहे हो तो बोलो, तो बोलो. Talent अगर आप talent 2-0 2-1 पता नहीं, 2-1 भी हो सकता है. लेकिन point है कि I am supporting G, बस. बस फ्रेंडशिप पावर दिखने मिलेगा आपको. समझ रहे हो विशाल भाई? फ्रेंडशिप पावर. तुम टिकर ऑफ ऑफ अलग मेरी जान लव इट टू यार एक्चुअली. हाँ
एक ही मैच है ना इनका.
हाँ बेस्ट ऑफ 3 है.
इसके बाद सीधा वो VLT.
हाँ मतलब थोड़ा टाइम लगेगा. उनका 7 बजे है ना. ये शायद अगर मैं देखूं अभी 250 हो गया, ठीक है, और G 2-0 करने वाला है तो 3 बजे तक ये मैच खत्म हो जाएगा. तो है 4 घंटे है. टैलेंट एंटी लिखा है यार. ये होता है सपोर्ट. देख रहे हो, ये होता है सपोर्ट. टैलेंट एंटी लिखा है उसने. समझ रहे हो? RIP मैच क्या भाई, 10 मिनट में 2 मैच खत्म हो जाएंगे. हैवी टीम है अपना. हैवी
Duelist, giving it lightning fast come and play, raise texture, play jet, and then Bazzi go
3
back to
बजे
playing
10
yours,
मिनट
something
में
that
भाई
he did
देखो.
a hell of a lot of last year.
That's true. I mean, he was one of the first ones to show
ये
it.
राउंड जीते ना, नेक्स्ट राउंड इको, और इनके पास अल्टी 2 अल्टी है. लेकिन
Downfall of Jet for a little bit with some of her
ये
nerfs
राउंड
last
जीते
year,
ना,
of course. Jet now in
6-2
full
होने का
power, of course,
बहुत
remains
हाई
one of the
चांसेस है.
preferred duelist for a lot of teams here on Split.
भाई साइफर ने ये पहली बार
Yeah,
देखा.
if you're going to be running solo.
ए वो वाला सेटअप अच्छा था
They're
रे.
going to be set up here at
वन
the
वे
edge of the
स्मोक
garage
का
just in case the push starts coming in, try to grab well and slow up the entries.
डाला है कि नहीं डाला वन वे
Guards
स्मोक.
with double blast pack, however, can obviously skip over that. And Texture is not in a position to get a slow orb in this as well.
Yeah, but I mean, the position definitely looks like they're just focused on keeping mid, right? Make sure that we're not caught off guard by any sort of lurks, any sort of these hidden plays. You're just controlling A heaven, you're just controlling mid.
ये
You
लोग
just want
retake कर
sight
रहे
on
भी.
B, and then you're going to rely on that Cosmic Divide to go for this retake. You even have the res from Texture, like you mentioned. I mean, that allows you to be a little more aggressive with the retake as well.
Garnet does get slowed
थोड़ा
up a bit,
जल्दी
but
पुल हो
Cosmic
गया.
Divide going to be cutting a lot of this audio. Push in. Oh, the full blind lightning fast.
बिना देखे.
Confidence from Lightning Fast just to trust that he's going to get someone.
Oh my goodness. Well, Sushi Boys
बोलो no you see.
spike now.
मेन बंदे को मारा बे.
Immediately destroyed.
तीन,
Lightning Fast
तीन.
with the showstopper.
ये ज्यादा हो
Takes
गया
him
था.
down. Will fall to Cruz over the garage. He does find a secondary elimination. So a bloody brawl.
फोर के रॉसी, 3 के गोलू. चले चले. 5 के मौने हो गया. 4K
stopping
रॉसी हो गया,
Talon from being
3K
able to
गोल
find
हो गया.
immediate value off the back of that
बाजी
timeout.
भाई आप 2K ले,
like you mentioned,
3K.
off of the timeout,
और
this was the
एरन भाई
plan
आप
was
1K
use
ले,
Cosmic Divide
ठीक है.
and then push
हाँ.
through before the plan fully completes to
बराबर
really
हो गया.
counteract any sort
Texture
of
आप
rush
chill करे.
retake from the defenders, but Global Esports is ahead of it. What I was going to comment on was the
Yeah,
fact that Manyet was already
yeah.
positioned over there by Ali, but Lightning Fast, he just says he does catch him right at the end, but he's still in
Ultimate
prime position.
हाँ.
I mean, by the time he saw him, the guy was already
क्या
dead.
मारा
He was just
बे.
happening to hit that spray perfectly and then
Bye.
immediately up over the top
Same
finds
मेरा
the
ulti.
Viper. It's a great way to just drop that pick quickly and ensure for the clean.
T-Bone आगे
retake.
तो रहने
They
दो
are
ना
fired
आगे.
up right now.
I mean, you're playing your day
मैच
match.
देखना है,
You've been
कौन
waiting
आगे
to
कौन
come
पीछे,
here to
मेरे
your
टीबन
team
के बीच में
until
रेस
South
चल रहा है.
Korea. Now you're giving your chance and you're popping off. What a better, there's no better way to start your career here in VCT Pacific.
Yeah. I mean, you can't imagine, how the hunger, really, sitting back at home waiting for that passport to arrive so that you could finally
मारना
fly
चाहिए
out, join in
उसको.
with the rest of your team, and then get prepped to play. Double drop here. In event, Garnets and Fox just checking things out, see if there's a forward hold. Lightning Fast, though, pushing up, ends up getting caught. That Boombot crucially does not spot Manyet, but they're not moving towards him. They're shifting away. However, he is nearby. When he wants to strike, this could be
Timing.
monstrous. For now, Manyet going to be nullified.
अरे!
Surprise! Finds him.
Lol, dude.
Rushes in for the kill.
Lol, dude.
Manyet, the second Manyet.
रिवाइव आएगा लेकिन वो.
God, he cannot be slain.
I mean, that's already so much damage done, right? You have to spend time for the
भी
res. Of
जाएगा.
course, now Batsy, the only one left alive, but he's correctly gambling on this. He wants to go over to B.
Baz is going to be looking for it.
30 seconds left.
Need the check
By
close
Monet
stairs.
by.
Coming down.
हाँ? Monet by.
It's a new
हाँ?
age default.
VBCM क्या बोला विशाल भाई ने?
Starts inching his way forward.
2-1
Close
G get
there.
100
Up on top
वरना
of the
30
Raptors, however,
squats.
Pat, so we'll be able to
Squats
set him
आता
down.
नहीं है रे.
So we'll just go ahead back and forth, trade some blows. Talon keeping it close.
Yeah, I mean, Manyet.
लेकिन मेरे को भी लग रहा है विशाल भाई 2-1 होएगा. 2-0 तो मैं मेरे प्यार के लिए बोल रहा हूँ.
Seekers pop, so the Seekers plus the
समझ
no
रहे हो?
command, he's doing that kind of noise against them, and he gets the second one as well, which was the really impressive part. But unfortunately, of course, I think Garnett's actually being caught there.
क्योंकि Talon
Bates
बहुत
spots
अच्छी
into
टीम है यार.
thinking that it's going to be a different position. He doesn't even think about checking over on the Raptors, and Pat will clean that round up.
2-0 तो मैं प्यार कर रहा हूँ विशाल भाई, आप मेरे बुढ़ ना मारे.
Talon, at the very least.
बंक्स भाई दो लाइन सुनाई
Allowed
जाए.
Talon
सॉन्ग
to
आओ
really
दो
build
लाइन.
up,
काल गेम
much
देख रहे
bank.
हैं. लोग तारे के
Response
सिम पे
to
गिफ्टेड
2500.
पे हाईली क्राच कर.
The most well off.
इंडियन इन्फ्लुएंसर तो है.
Really heavy presence. 4-man stack to check forward there.
गाइस जो भी लोग देख रहे हैं 7K वाचिंग लाइक्स करें. Likes करें.
Every time we've seen them so far. Now, they did not see the spike, so they just confirmed
क्या
that there
लगता
was
है
no
chat?
mid presence.
2-0
So
होएगा?
not too much info gained that allows him to
हाँ?
also just safely default.
आज विशाल भाई
position.
सेम टीम में रहो. बात तो है
But once again,
विशाल
the
भाई.
setup is let's just keep mid control, right? I mean, you have the support potentially from both Manyet and Batsy to make sure Lightning Fast can get
TLN
alive
FTW, Addy,
over through
Kalana.
heaven if need be. Oh, they're gonna try to pinch.
Oh, that flash does not connect. Garnett's shifting away,
Ah.
but crosshair placement off as he tries to go for the respawn.
Nice.
Will be able to find Manyet.
Ulti भी आ गया.
Picks up a second. and
मार दे
sees
अल्टी.
his spike
3
location
बंदे
now
इन्फो आएगा
confirmed.
हेवी.
Seekers chasing in. Confirm that Fox
एक
is
भी
here.
मैंने.
Has recovered it. In the
दो है
meantime,
मैं.
they're well aware
गए.
about this flank coming through from heaven.
Yeah, and they know where all three members are. The Seekers all died in different positions.
ये क्यों किया?
Goes aggro. He swings in. Now they know that Bazzy's back sight. He's
Nice.
able to stabilize. Finds one. Gets caught in the gravity well.
So it's time.
He
It
was
was a
out of it. Flash
flash.
for flash, but he's got the jump.
Bye
Bazzy with
बाजी.
B.
Brings us now into 1v2. Cruz surrounded. Picture on the long flank about to arrive in garage.
Blocking vision.
Just trying to make sure you can create these angles that
Oh,
are beneficial
no.
to him. He doesn't have time though.
Yeah, he's just walking through it.
Now he has to get back through.
He's planning right on the edge. About a second to
Ah,
spare, and
ah.
he knows.
Bazigar,
Without much
oh,
time,
Bazigar.
playing right on the edge of this hallway.
विशाल भाई 2-0 हो सकता
Closes the
है.
round, 6-3.
2-0 हो सकता है विशाल भाई. हाँ?
Keeping their lead with a decent stretch here.
शाम को नो सपोर्ट फॉर
Yeah,
रेडी
and
बिकॉज़ ऑफ
if you just
दिस.
look at the way they
तो उसमें वो कर सकता है.
right,
मैं
the fact
फुल
that they
सपोर्ट
pushed
करती.
out into B
हाँ, आ रहा है, बता है.
right as Lightning Fast
12
once
round
again
मिला तो हम
confirms that
जीत गए.
Trailblazers
क्या
trying to
लगता है?
control mid. 'Cause
13
that's
round
why
मिले तो
some of
जीत
the
गए.
empty
मुझे
plays
लगता
at the
है.
beginning. Now they want to retake control, so they have to have emptied out of a different
2-0
part of the map.
क्या
I
बोलता
mean,
हूँ?
the way they
विशाल
are
भाई
reading
हो
the
जाए.
flow of their opponents on the side of
30
Talon is
Scots
so good, and this is something that we've been training
versus
Global Esports and especially
2-1 हो
Ethan
जाए.
about
चलो.
for his calling.
चलो बस आपके लिए, ठीक है,
I was wondering whether it was going to be invested in this round or in the
बस
future.
आपके लिए.
They say, we're not taking any chances. We already got thriftied once. Just go ahead and pop it now. And I mean, fun.
बिना देके मार रहे विशाल भाई, देखेंगे तो क्या होएगा बताए.
He just continues to find
3
kills.
मारा बिना देके.
The third one for him. Cruz will be able to limp away.
स्वॉट करने नहीं आता है मेरे को, लेकिन सिटअप जैसा हो जाएगा थोड़ा बहुत, समझ
across
रहे?
the sewer.
Yeah, they know that there's no way for
What's
Talon to
मैंने
come
किया ना?
through this pit if you're
अच्छा, वो
just
push-up
constantly
ने बोला, वो
spraying
तो
him.
मेरे से
You
एक नहीं
have
होता.
2 members, and what I love that whenever they do this for Global Esports, it's Manyet who aggresses, not the Viper, and Aaron's gonna finish it off.
यार
All too easy for him.
उसको ही रहना चाहिए था बे, स्मोक में पता है एस वो मार
Okay,
लेता
just
अभी.
working him lower and lower, and it's a flawless round. And a now
भाई हैवी खेल रहा है ना, लेकिन
here for Global with 2 more
Huh?
rounds to be played out.
And let's remember that this is off of 0 operator buys. as
जो
well,
ओडिन
right?
चला है मोने ने.
The risk of pushing out with an operator to control one side of the map. This is all purely off of just correct spraying, correct
Heavy
macro,
Odin चला है
and then
बे.
some great individual plays as well from the
बिना
likes of Manyet.
देके.
That's great. Rifling. And it's a good point.
चुप कर जा,
Haven't really
काय.
even considered that we just haven't seen any ops at all.
Huh?
Oh, Quincy hits his head on the beam.
Yeah, flashed as well, so I think just kind of throwing him off just a bit. Has to use the showstopper to check close.
Yeah, that'll
Boom
give you a
board waste,
concussion. Now flash through. They'll find the site is widely empty at the moment, but the Global member's not too far off.
हैं? कुत्ता कैसे नहीं काटा इसको?
Talk for talk close up here.
Yeah,
We'll
that-
go ahead and back away as the spike gets planted.
Now, of course, that counter Trailblazer does mean that Maz gets to keep control of Alley. That doesn't allow
क्या?
them to push off of it. So now they are
अबे
going
वो
to
क्या
have to
combo
just
था
fill the
वो?
site. Now, the question is, do they go for a bit of a flank here through mid?
It's an answering Cosmic Divide. It cuts the site in half horizontally.
And they're positioned to cut off anyone from B main as well.
Garnet still within the smoke. Do they
That's
read
the
this?
man
Fox
who
going to be
mara
taken down, and they will eventually flush him out.
भाई
Pass
जीत
will
गए
answer back
retake.
one, but this leaves suddenly Sushi Boys all on his lonesome
भाई
on the
क्या
opposite side of the
heavy
Cosmic
retake
Divide.
किया
There's
है.
just nothing to be done. An 8th round.
अबे
Snatched
क्या
up and
heavy
going to
retake
be able to
किया है
hold
bro.
on to the weapon. Global looking terrifying here on the defensive
देखा वो
side.
फ्लैश
What a
में
great retake
सैचल मार के
setup, right?
जाके
You
मारा
make sure
उसने.
that Bati uses his utility to keep Alley. Then you
Flash
flood
right
Heaven, but then you
है ना?
cut
भाई
the site in half the
साहब.
other way horizontally, which means
2x
okay,
कर ले,
now
अब
they
एक
have
बाइक
control of
गुंड
Alley.
में
They
घुस
have
जा
to
मेरे.
only fill
इंच ये आगे
the
वो
wall. The
पीछे.
members from main can't progress through the Cosmic Divide to stop the spike defuse. I mean, this is all planned out perfectly from Global Esports.
I mean, we've been singing his praises for a while now, but it just Aaron's calling has just been getting better and better.
Yes, I think that's the biggest part, right? We always knew that, you know, he had some good experience on it and he
Must
improved
kill
himself
their
to a
bike.
certain amount, but the fact that he's improving
Must kill them.
every match they play here week to week in VCT Pacific means that he's really growing up to be a very
VBCS.
formidable IGL.
Yeah, I mean,
जीत गया
already
अपन
we
ये
knew,
तो.
especially defending side, that he is
how to
very
gift
well
membership
versed in
not
that regard.
available आ रहा है. member बनने
See
के
how
बाद
that
ही gift
continues
कर
to be shipped
सकते हैं.
over. And we finally do have an operator. Texture's got one in hand,
Yep.
and he's putting it to good use immediately. Sushi Boy's going to be taken down.
Well, if there's anything that you can really count on Texture for, no matter the situation,
विशाल
it's
भाई
gonna
डन
be
सिन
his
ना.
hopping, and,
आप
I mean,
2-1 मैं
even though you
2-0.
suspect that he
ठीक
cuts
है.
off the wall, what can you do when he's got the better angle with the operator?
Oh, okay. Good hold. Foxy jiggling back and forth.
कोई सीन नहीं, मैं 9-3 ने करना
Hold
था
the
मुझे.
angle, finds Bazzi as well. And I was going to mention, it was like the last time that Sushi Boys died first, GE lost the round. We'll see if that happens again.
Well, they're primed a little bit better than they have been. Of course, the res finally coming through. Going to be able to cycle out that weapon as well for Texture if he wants to switch to a rifle. And Aaron starting things off with another kill.
Oh, Garnet, I mean, seeing Aaron wants to push the
थोड़ा
issue,
फास्ट चला
but
गया.
does overswing. There's no one coming out of Raptors to
Ah!
find that
That
punish,
crazy
but in
dude,
the end, it
man.
won't matter. Lightning fast will
भाई
finish
ये
off
लोग
Cruz
क्या
with the
retake
paint
कर
shell.
रहे हैं आज?
It's gonna be a 9-3 half for Global.
I mean, you can say all you want, that split is a defender-sided map, and it still is here in the Pacific despite the map changes ever so slightly. However, 9-3, this is one of those scorelines where if you don't win the pistol, you're in trouble.
Yeah, this could be a
और
very, very
उसका
brutal.
एरिन का क्या टाइमिंग था? अबे
See,
मस्त
I mean, for
टाइमिंग
now,
था एरिन का भाई. एरिन
Global just
बाप खिला यार.
look unstoppable. The way that they're playing this, it's just pretty much getting the
Fox
better
ने
and
crazy मारा था ना ये?
seeing and out shooting talent at every twist and turn.
Yeah, and let's say it like it is, right? Yes, overall, their calling in general, first of all, the
Crispy.
foundations always seem to be there, the theory seemed good. But the reason that they weren't
Huh?
rated as highly before at the
गोलू भाई में
भी like कितना easy है सौरभ.
गोलू ने अल्टी में 1 मारे, नेड में 3 मारे. गोलू भी लाइक रेस ओफी. बूमबोट थोड़ा बफ होएगा ना, और किल मारेगा.
fact that they can bring in lightning fast to start on his debut
कैसे हो यार?
here in VCT Pacific.
Love you.
1 week
कौन
after
सी
he
टीम को
lands in
सपोर्ट कर रहे हो वो तो
Seoul.
बताओ.
And this is the performance we're getting. This is very promising for the squad.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
टेंशन में लग रहे लोग. टेंशन में लग रहे.
you can tell.
Heavy tension में लग रहे guys.
He's not resting on his laurels while back in India. He wasn't just waiting around for that passport to arrive. He's been grinding.
Tension.
That's for
Tension देख रहे हो?
that's for damn sure. And now just a couple more rounds to go. I mean, you get the pistol. You're effectively looking at, almost being guaranteed to get up to 11.
Yeah.
2 more and you close out, and that's map
Copyright.
1 done in a very
म्यूजिक अच्छा लग रहा है क्या टिबल?
Yes, I mean, yeah, it hasn't been that slow. I mean, part of it, of course, Talon always kind of forcing the issue because for the first half of...
shit, Bunks bhai. Bunks bhai वो बोल रहे हैं देखो Binks की बाल नहीं है बोल रहा है.
अरे हराम जादा.
इसलिए तेरा पीछे वाला बाल दिखा.
क्या हरामी है भाई. ए जी
Hey, let's
फाइटिंग.
go, Timbo.
यार सच अ क्यूट टीम यार जी. हाँ ना?
But again, stuff like that has been consistent, right? It's not just like that one round that bought them the entire half.
Yeah. Well, let's see if we can do it again on the attacking side.
GE is
Double
such a
aces,
cute team
match
यार.
forsaken,
मेरे हिसाब
pistols
से.
only.
That,
क्या
well,
बोलते हो?
that would be a record for sure that I don't think would be beaten
Well,
anytime soon.
Speaking of records, I mean, let's go ahead and talk about the elephant in the room right now. Is we
पिंकी
go into
दी
the
देखो
pistol
इसको.
round.
डरते
It's
हैं
global.
Oh, yeah, that's
It's global
true.
esports. Their pistol win rate from lock-in till now is absolutely
80-85% कितना है?
Incredible, yeah. If you include Lock-in, by far the strongest pistol team here in Pacific. See if they can do it on the attacking side.
एक पिस्तौल ओनली
Set up
टूर्नामेंट हो
right
जाए
now.
इसी बात
Again,
पे
it's
इंडिया में.
just to watch out for any sort of pushes
सीधा
over
trophy
from
देखने
Talon.
को.
I mean, literally both in all across the map, they're waiting for pushes over mid. They're also trying to bait out the utility use from Talon while not getting spotted by it. I love the way they're doing this. Aaron, the only one getting spotted by that 0 point over on A.
Here.
slow and steady to start things
फुल
off.
डिफॉल्ट बाजी चल रहा है बे.
And just as an update, prior to this map, 10-6 in Pacific, and then if you add the 6 pistol round wins from Lock-in on top of that, 16-6.
16-6 is
बहुत
a
सारे utils
ridiculous
रहते हैं
stat for just pistol rounds.
Yes. So, quite good. And compare that to Talon's without lock-in stats, 4-10. So you're looking at a 10-6 versus a 4-10.
Yeah, I mean, just flipped on its head, really. I mean, that just shows the dominance that Global has had. And the setup is good once again. I mean, just because they got no information, Talon was actually so scared to push out.
Blinded.
Of course, they're playing on their back foot as well. Now that
Okay.
guiding light,
Teen
thankfully,
bande
buys
leke.
just enough time for Backup to arrive. Sushi Boys, he needs to stay alive here. Just hold on to vents. That's all you need to do.
Lightning
कुत्ते
bounce.
अरे
Okay.
Bit of a mishap. Now, if that happened in the very first round, we could say, all right, first time jitters on the stage, but he was playing so well in the first
Yeah,
half.
there's not much excuse for that one.
Texture
But we'll see
offer.
if the rest of the team can go ahead and make up for it. Texture gonna look to boost over top of the wall. Garnet's waiting nearby.
Yeah, he's
Thinks about the paint shield, decides to wait. Jump out, will get tagged down to 52. They're running out of
ए
time.
हेवी नेड मारा उसने.
Cruz able to find an elimination. Garnet's gonna be taking up
भाई उसने हेवी
2
नेड
more
मारा.
for himself.
Down.
And in the end,
गार्नेट्स ने हेवी नेड
it's
मारा.
like a bit of an overcook here from the side
भाई
of
ये
Global.
क्या
They
था?
go
वो
ahead,
लोग
they
क्या
drop
सोच के
the
वो
first
session
pistol.
अरे
किया?
उसने
Yeah.
नेड
आज।
बेसिकली उसने जो नेड मारा ना उसने नेड ही गलत मारा. उसको डीप नेड करना था. वो देख वो डीप नेड गया नहीं देख रहा है. और क्योंकि वो वल्नरेबल था ना उसको उसका नेड का डबल डैमेज पड़ा एनिमी नेड जैसा. तो
I think he
थोड़ा
was
सा
willing to eat the damage
left, right
above
हो
the
गया,
vulnerable
दोनों
that he took from the snake
Oh,
fight.
yes, that's what it
So
was.
he took way more
समझ रहे हो?
damage than he was anticipating.
Yeah, that's got to be it because he was right at the edge there.
लाइक करो पब्लिक गाइस. 8K वाचिंग 3K लाइक्स बाकी 5 के चड्डी में हाथ डाले निकाले हाथ निकाले लाइक करे पहले.
Again, heavy presence here in mid. Just Texture splitting off over towards Garage, seeing if there's any forward aggression on that side of the map.
Taking that.
कर्स मत करो प्लीज.
Boombot let loose by Garnet. So just let Lightning Fast clear it. They
देखा,
start drifting over.
300
Pink's
जन
coming
ने हाथ
down. and
निकाला
No one is
मतलब
occupying the side itself, but there's 3 members nearby, all up in heaven.
बेसिकली
Now,
देख
they
रहे
don't have a sage wall either, right?
500
they're
लोग ने
just gonna
हाथ
have to
निकाला
rely
बेसिकली.
on
लाइक करे
nothing,
फट से सब
actually.
लोग लाइक
Don't
करें
have
फिर
any
स्ट्रीम
stars
देखें.
ready for Monyet. I was gonna say the single star for Monyet, but it's not going to happen. They're just gonna have to creep in.
Starting to walk across, takes a couple attempts, but Sushi Boys will find 2 kills in the end. Gets himself a 3rd as well. See if they can get this plant, but I mean, Spike out in the open. Tucked away here on the side is Aaron, and he gets both of them in the head. Sets up for Bazzi to do at least
एक
a
और
bit of
मारना
damage.
बाजू को बस. नाइस इको
Tag
हो
down to
जाएगा
36. Cruz
नहीं मार सकता
now being reinforced by Fox up in the Raptors. Yeah, that will be the closeout. So a singular kill found here in the eco round from Global Talent. They pick up 2 in a row for the first time. And, you know, they're getting off the ground.
Yes, and you know we talked about how obviously it was going to be so tough if they didn't win the pistol, but
Curse
now
kar,
that you
na
won
kare,
the pistol
please.
and the continuing round, you know the anti-eco, that means that you're actually in okay position here on split, right? If you can just continue and make sure
Rossi
that
खेल
Global
रहेगा, Rossi
Esports
अभी फिलहाल,
has to actually work for their
देख रहा है.
attacking side, then you should be able
Read
to at
कर
least
रहा है.
buy enough time to get somewhere to a scoreline like a 9-10 or 11-9, something like that.
It's got a brief glimpse of Bazzi's stats, having a not fully silent carry performance, but his impact definitely being felt. 17 kills is what I saw.
Yeah, I mean, he's been fragging out. I mean, we were talking about this before the match started, where Bazzi, sometimes he's not the fragger, but his flashes are so good. Today, the frags are on top as well.
Oh, the gun barrel scene. Bin gets a couple taps. They are able to exit.
नेड आ गई
Well, Lightning
Speed
Fast,
में
very
भागा बे.
thankful that it's a Bulldog on the other side.
Barely surviving, but not really able to inch their way forward onto that site. Let's see where they decide to end up now.
उसको दिखा है.
Move up. Moves up, and I mean, this mid position, fence widely abandoned. Turns from the flash. Looks like he will just go ahead and get.
ओ ये ब्लाइंड की वजह से
situated,
रोटेशन
tucked
वो
away
लोग
by
तीन
himself,
खेल
while the
लिए.
rest of the team go ahead and get stacked up over here.
आई ब्लाइंड नहीं
Now,
होना था.
usually this setup would allow you to rotate to B if need be after taking control of Heaven, but with the timer at 30 seconds, they're actually going to have to commit just one way or the other. You can't dilly-dally up here in Heaven. Now that Snakebite's going to buy enough time where they can't possibly rotate.
It helps slow things up, but
Okay,
straight
we
through the
know
wall.
Kumar.
Texture will be able to find Sushi Boys. Now that'll drop. But yeah, they need to try to make something happen here pretty quick. Lightning Fast getting tagged
ओ
up
भाई
mid.
क्या मारा इसने.
Landing into the back of sight. It does end up.
भाई बहुत प्यारा खेला भाई. बहुत प्यारा खेला भाई. बहुत प्यारा खेला. सब ठीक है. F नहीं हुआ रे. F हुआ था यहाँ पे दिखते हैं.
Everybody back to 100.
Well, they are all stuck, though. They're going to have to scurry away. Garnett's with the judge. He wants to take control of Elbow, and he's good for two!
God!
Yes,
Garnett off the top rope. Able to find two. Passing that last minute.
Oh my God! What the fuck?
A triple kill to clutch it and deny Talon from
Bro!
What a play.
I mean,
Yeah,
once
let's-
Garnett's had that perfect play with the judge on that raise, I thought the retake was going to be a piece of cake, but Bazzi is just a different animal today.
It's absolutely incredible. I mean, he's getting pressure from the flank. Down to
3
3
bullets
bullets.
थे.
And with that last bullet,
Okay, so
he
the
closes it.
Are
yeah,
such
the
a
first kill on
cute team,
Garnett's
यार
is just
जी.
patience and determination. Then it's game sense, knowing that the shots were coming through this.
यार GE is such a cute team यार. हाँ?
भाई उसने शॉट उनसे 2 मारा भाई
वो क्या क्रेजी खेला बे. Years गया. Sorry यार कंट्रोल नहीं कर पाया. वाह. और सबने अलग अलग अच्छा खेला. पहले वो पट ने मारा मस्त 2. ठीक है. फिर गार्नेट ने 2 शॉटगन हेवी मारा. फिर बाजी ने हेवी मारा.
But, oh, so very close. Still a lot of damage dealt there by Talon.
माँ
Yes,
So
कसम.
only one rifle going to be held on to. So this still puts Global in a bit of a tricky situation for
Such
their
a cute
attack.
team यार.
We'll have to see what they decide to do.
Yeah, I
Bazzi
mean,
does have those.
कौन?
रॉन्ग्स की
6 जन खेले ये लोग. कबड्डी खेलने जा रहे हैं ये लोग. हाँ?
बेंच
content of it might have changed now that the Seekers
Yeah,
are online.
obviously.
So even though you only have one hero rifle, you're actually going to put it on Lightning Fast. If you're going to put it on your entry, this has to be a rush in, right? I mean, you're just relying on him getting a kill. Even if he gets traded, someone else picks it up, and they can continue that phantom
Buy नहीं
forward.
किया ये लोग ड्रोन
Look
जीत के.
look at where their money is at. This is like inverse Carmine Corp. They have so much money. They're not even buying down towards a reasonable degree.
Oh, Lightning Fast not able to dodge that one, but he gets covered
The
from
cover
Texture!
fires there from Texture, and then he gets the blind off just in time for Sushi
वो
Boys to
लोग
push
पास
the
बाई
wall.
भी नहीं था.
Lightning Fast and surviving full flashes name a better combo because he's doing it constantly.
I don't know how he's getting away with it, but he absolutely should not be. The
ये क्या
covering
movement
fire.
है? कबड्डी में 7 लोग थे तो
Perfect
एक बेंच कर
texture
दिया था
and-
मैंने.
You know, I'm talking about how little they bought, and now I'm thinking about how big their bank account's going to be after this one.
I mean, yeah, this is one of those ways where they can say
अबे
no matter what
exit
ult
लेना
they
चाहिए.
get,
बे
we're
ले
gonna
रहा है
get
पीछे
match
मोनी
point
आया.
first, no matter what. And Manyet already on the flank on that little screen on our right.
And they are Not necessarily reading this.
Enemy remaining.
Oh, the crossfires are so
Take him
good.
down, and Munyet
Bhai
swings out the 5 box, and there you
match
go.
point.
The 11th
Ah,
round
Suare.
locked in Global,
ए उनके पास
making
भाई
the
था
most
क्या
out of their timeout
नहीं
and pulling off,
उनके
frankly.
पास अभी को है वो लोग
था भाई
Yes, I mean, I don't think that was the round they had in mind, right?
That's
That was the
what
picture they painted during the timeout. I think, especially
Ma,
with
ab
how
dekh
fast they
rahe ho,
went with
Ma?
just the double blast pack coming out from Lightning Fast. I think the idea was just strike hard, strike fast. Let's do as many trades as possible. Continue to let the Phantom be picked up by someone else, and then if we can get a plant, great. You know, if it comes down to like a 3v3, maybe then we use our Seekers. But yeah, it works out with a double kill start.
It's so mind-boggling. Around where you have one rifle carried over, you give it to your Rays. He gets full flash. and it's
ऐसा
saved by a
हेडशॉट
bunch
पड़ा
of
कि
dudes
इसका
with the
स्लोप भी
classics.
मिस हो गया
They weren't even buying down sheriffs, you know, buying to
हाँ?
2100,
Picture
buying
by-
to 1800 to
ना
1600.
जाए
which they have the money
भी
for,
ना
yeah.
देखे
They just were like, no, buying nothing. And it worked.
Oh boy. Well, somebody send this VOD over
हैवी
to
मारा
our
टेक्सचर को
favorite egg and perhaps our team over there in EMEA as well, because lessons to be learned here.
इसको देख रहा
The way
था
they set up their
Fox?
crossfires and baits, right? They know that if they're
Fox
not
इसको
going to be
देख रहा
tagged,
था
someone has to push out on the side of town. They
Wait,
have no
okay,
other
Fox.
way of continuing to gain information. Now, the pin is a desperation move just to buy time.
Yeah, he's going to throw this in. Does not have a judge to try to hold him in,
जाएंगे
just the
सब
stinger. But, I mean, they could just say, screw it,
Yeah.
reroute, go through mid, cut over towards B site.
They know where he is too because of the Trailblazer, and the fact that the Trailblazer
जा
was used
सकता है
right away
इस साइड सीधा
allows
जाए
them to get into heaven, right? That means that they don't have to worry about him holding close with something like a judge.
But yeah, I mean, he's just kind of contained now, has to abandon the pit. That'll get dropped in a moment. Yep, can't get
30
back in there in
seconds left.
time. So it does go down, and I mean, this tells him
Oh,
exactly where he
उनको
is.
पता
They
है
know
अभी
he
ये
has
कहाँ
to be
पे
ramped now.
Yeah, because he
उनको
didn't
पता है
again decide that.
तेज मारेगा
Now Vents has been taken as well. Oh, Sushi Boys does win the fight against Texture. A little bit of hope.
Catching him on the opposite side of that
अबे
wall.
एस्ट्रा तो बहुत दूर है 4v4
The rifle is still in favor of Global Esports.
Into a 4v4. Lightning Fast tucked away here. Pings out. Knows that somebody's playing up top. And
नाइस
now Pat doing his damnedest to try to flash himself in through
Uh.
that back elbow. But in the end will fall.
Arre.
Guardians with 2. Cruz with 1. Suddenly it's all on Munyet to try to finish things off. He's going for
Oh,
a
the
reload. And the Sushi Boys will
Oh.
take him down. And it's another just unexpected turnaround here with Talon being able to close out the round. They're denying that match point away.
कैसे
1
हारे
second
ये
exactly
round?
remaining on the spike. And this one just slipping out of Global's hands.
Yeah, but guess what?
पैसा
They
है,
didn't find
पैसा
anything in the
बहुत
previous round, so they still have about 2 rounds worth
कैसे
of threads
हारे
here that they can
यार
pull by coming into the next one. So not too concerned, but it is important.
Texture
to
तो
mention that
आराम से
there's a
late आ
difference between
सकता था।
match point and just being at 11, right? Because match point at least
हेवन
gives you
प्लांट भी
overtime
कर
to be
सकते
a
थे
little bit
क्यों
more
कुछ नहीं
lax
किया
with what you want to go through in the future rounds. Whereas 11, at a certain point, you're going to feel the pressure of, okay, we got to take some risks to secure that match point.
बहुत पैसिव खेला यार
Let's have. It's just been bizarre. And I mean, and look at their money. They're still fine.
Yes.
GE is still so well off.
लो और नेड खाया
Absolute
हैवी
insanity. The Sushi Boy is going to be driven forward, takes a little bit of damage from the paint shells.
लिटिल बिट आधा गया
Trailblazer, yep, it identifies and gets the fight as well. And Lightning Fast pushes up to find the kill.
ए ये लोग मिड कंट्रोल करके रिवाइव भी दे सकते हैं
Good cover and trades from Pat, though, but that does mean they still lost their Viper, right?
लेकिन
So
Garnet के पास
crucial
ulti
Asia
है
in terms of simply buying time in a certain section of the map.
But Sushi Boy died
Garnet के पास
first.
ulti है
Statistically, that does
जिनका लैग हो रहा है अपना क्वालिटी गिरा हो रहा है
It's
बाबा
looking good.
मनराज भाई मत लिखो
The win
रिफ्रेश
conditions
वो लोग
have
का
been met.
नेट का सीन
We're on course for another victory.
Just that sacrificial lamb. Aaron now going to be tucked away. 2 people getting ready to push in. Do they
They
read
suspect.
this? Oh, well, looks like the answer's
Sound
going to be
दिया
yes, but Aaron doesn't suspect there's a second.
Yeah, I mean, Pat, trading in mid, trading in A, he's doing the most he can.
Oh, boy.
Oh!
How does Munyet win that?
Well,
The man pushes
fuck?
showstopper.
30 seconds.
What
left.
is happening in this map?
does he
भाई
just have a special
क्या
ability called
ये
Super Jump? He jumps over the spray, then he gets boosted up by the Sage Wall, which that
Richo,
was what really grew up
Spider-Man,
the end.
Batman,
But then
Superman
he jumps over the show.
Like
Shakti
a
Man,
Mario
सबका
jumping over a polar
qualities
bill. So casually.
हाँ
And now they know exactly where Pat's at. He's going to try to flash for himself. Swings in, will get 1. But in the end, it's a team ace as Bazzi finishes the job and brings it to map point. William, what
Match
in
point.
that?
अबे टी-बोन कैसे
हमारे सामने तो मुंह में दिखेगा भी नहीं फिर भी
ये
पड़ता है
देख अल्टीमेट डॉज के वही
कॉमेडी हो गया कॉमेडी
भाई उसको बेचारे जो मार रहा था वो
खुद
उसको
खुद
भी
सोच
हेडशॉट
रहा होगा
खाया
अंदर से, कैसे कैसे
हाँ?
कैसे
वो भी बोलता रहेगा ना कैसे
Wow, I mean,
And if
Charlie
I'm
says
Garnet,
hello.
I'm pissed.
oh yeah, I mean that is
Baap
something
re
that kills
bhai.
you just a little bit, no matter what position you're in. And here's the thing: if they were barely scraping by
भाई हम
wins,
लोग
maybe
रहते तो
we
हम लोग
joke
मिड
about,
रिवाइव
okay,
देते
the
हैं
heroics
कुछ
are
भी
coming into
बोलो
play. But the thing is, even without that, they've had such a
तुम
good
लोग को
lead.
डिफरेंस
And on
समझा
top of that,
जी
this
क्या
is
और
a
तुम
solid
लोग के बीच
balloons.
में
Yeah. Oh boy. Well, another stinger here in the hand. Sushi boys. Just flush out any kind of vent pressure.
Yeah, and I mean, you have Cruz with 1 point away from the Cosmic Divide, but they don't have the firepower to confidently push out, secure a part of the map, and then
MVP
secure the
बाजी
ultimate
पे
round. I mean,
बाजी
you look at the
बहुत
map, they're
insane
playing so far back as
बाजी
if they
और
have the
मोनियर
perfect retake set up,
बहुत इंसान
but they don't. I mean, they have the null command, but the way they're positioned, I mean, they're flooding A side,
Lightning
they have
fast
a member
उसके लिए
in B
जाना जाएगा
side. You're just trying to hope that you
Man
win your
who can't be
duels when the
blinded.
entry happens on the side of Global Esports.
गोलू भाई ब्लाइंड हो ना हो ऐसा ओडिन चलाते दो जन मर जाते हैं
Slowed down. 40 seconds remaining. Wall just a cut off fence. They'll start storming their way in towards heaven. Lightning fast getting cut
30
off. Everybody
seconds
backing away from the paint shells. No damage really taken. See if they can get themselves in here. Oh, the vulnerable is out.
ये आधा टाइम तो वल्नरेबल में ही कूदता रहता है
Last pack as well takes Aaron down to a sliver of HP. The second one intercepted by Texture, but Aaron, despite having 3 HP,
अबे
managing
मोने ने
to find
सुशी
a
को
kill.
कैसे मारा
Pat now needs to win it out, and he cannot.
Yeah.
Manya is the last man
भाई
standing. Will
मोने ने
find the
तीन
third kill
कैसे
to go ahead and finish the
मारे
map. 13 and 6. Global on their
What the F?
split, making it look easy.
What an impressive show of skill here from Global Esports. I mean, this is, I'll be very honest, I think this is the type of way a lot of people joked about Global Esports being able to succeed in this season, right? Yes, the potential was there, but how are you going to build that up so fast by getting over the language barriers, getting all these jet mains, play?
Make one proud Vronsky Vronsky तो है नहीं लॉर्ड dude
क्योंकि गोलो इधर जा सकता था उधर क्यों गया
अबे वो छोड़ मोने ने 3 कैसे मारे लेकिन
Continuing to grow individually, and then the comms and calls just
heavy मारा ना
That they were. I mean, what a way to start off the map. Munyet from the very beginning. The ace jumping over the showstopper. The spray downs
अबे
in mid through the
सुनो
Viper.
ओ इजी वालो इजी मत लिखो टॉक्सिक ना बने यार सामने का टीम भी बहुत अच्छा है ठीक है वेल प्लेड लिखो इजी क्या आते हैं इंच हैं फिर तुम लोग आज इजी लोगोगे कल परसों कभी टैलेंट जीत गया फिर उनका चैट तुम्हें देगा तुम लोग बोलोगे अरे तुमको याद नहीं है क्या वीसीटी भाई तुमको याद नहीं है क्या वो लोग बोलेंगे इंचो वीसीटी होके 1 साल हो गया तुमको अभी बताया ना ये काम तो नहीं है क्या वेल प्लेड लिखो भाई जी वेल प्लेड हाँ यही चीज के वजह से एक दूसरे से लड़ते हो तुम लोग बेशर्मो इजी लिख रहे हो
Sure, Aaron may not have been, fragging out because he doesn't have to. But on that side, we should know.
तू ही बोलते इजी लिखते हैं रैंक गेम में इजी लिखो हाँ रैंक गेम में इजी लिखो वर्ल्ड स्टेज में वेल प्लेड एकदम ऐसा वेल प्लेड यार हाँ अच्छे से रहा है तुमको वेल ऐसा बिंग्स बाय आई लव यू ओ शिट हाँ लिखा देख अभी तू मेरी जान हाँ गाइस अभी दूसरा मैच चालू होने का टाइम है शूज इनकमिंग और व्हाट विशाल भाई आपके लिए बुरा लगा सैड इमोजी हाँ सैड इमोजी डालू रुक जाओ मेरे को विशाल भाई के लिए ये इमोजी डाल रहा हूं मैं विशाल भाई ये लो दिस इज योर फेस आफ्टर यू लूज द शूज मैचिंग हो गया भाई
several times from Talon. Of course, the last time they finally picked up the harbor.
Let's go, G. Well played, Talon. Yes.
They did get a victory, even
Talon
though
बहुत जगह पे
I would say
unlucky
not on
हुआ
the back
लेकिन
of the harbor utility.
Talon बहुत जगह पे unlucky
Time
हुआ
to, we'll see how all that goes. But it's time to go to a commercial
लेकिन
break.
मुझे क्या मैं तो बातों को जीत गया
I won't spoil who is what's going on, but there might be some movement on stage. I'll leave you with that. We'll see you guys after the break.
Yeah.
Take over on B.
There is some movement on stage. इसका मतलब ये है कि रॉसी आ रहा है नेक्स्ट मैप
तारो रॉसी आ रहा है, मैं तुझे लिख के दे रहा हूँ, वरना क्यों अपना जर्सी पहन के आया वो?
क्योंकि वो अपनी टीम में ही है।
तो रॉन्स की क्यों नहीं आया भाई? लॉजिक, लॉजिक बेबी।
क्योंकि वो बाहर गया हुआ है या फिर नॉट वेल।
ना, ना, अगर रॉसी जर्सी पहन के आया मतलब आज के लॉजिक बेबी।
रॉसी अगर आया ना तो उस पर डबल प्रेशर है अभी।
क्यों भाई डबल प्रेशर? एक तो जीत गए।
हाँ लेकिन हारेगा तो गोलू बोलेगा ना यार मैं खेलता तो। दोनों आपस में जो बजेंगे।
भाई मुझे रॉसी को आज ट्वीट कर रहे हैं, मुझे पूछना है कि भाई ब्रेकफास्ट को क्या खाते हो उधर?
गोलू को पहले पूछ।
नहीं रॉसी से पूछूंगा ना। बैंगलोर बॉयज पहले।
बग्स भाई बजने तो प्लीज इजी नहीं। वेल प्लेड इज गुड बज गुड। हाँ कुछ समझ में नहीं आया। लास्ट दो राउंड अच्छा लगा। लास्ट राउंड बहुत अनलक्की हुआ वैसे देखा जाए। ओ ए ओए ओए कैसे हो यार चैट? मैं दिल से एक बात बताऊं, आई जस्ट लव यू गाइस। हाँ आई जस्ट लव यू गाइस यार। ओके दिल से बोल रहा हूँ। Ashit bhai, thank you so much for becoming a member and gifting 10 gifted मेरी जान। जिसको भी गिफ्टेड मिले प्लीज उसे टैग करे, थैंक्स दे, हार्ट्स दे, लव्स दे, किसेस दे, दिल्स दे। बस मैंने सुना टेंस आपसे ट्रेनिंग कॉन्फिडेंशियल बात जिसमें मैंने और टेंस भाई ने साइन किया है वो कैसे आप पे लीक हुआ? नो कमेंट्स रिपोर्टर्स, नो कमेंट्स। हाँ Hey, thank you so much Ashit for the 50 gifted यार।
अरे पुश टू टॉक।
अरे सॉरी। बाय द वे टिबन भाई, हमारा जो फेवरेट सीसी हो कहाँ पे 2 दिन से?
बोला ना उस दिन ही बोला था। अब 4 दिन छुट्टी लेगा।
वॉच पार्टी करूंगा बोल के। इधर है।
और 10 दिन छुट्टी लेगा और बोलेगा जॉन बे।
लास्ट में टूटना तो उससे ही है। VCM क्या बोला विशाल भाई ने? वेडिसी को बोल कंपेंसेशन बने वरना मैं ओपोनेंट के साथ हूँ। टिबन भाई विशाल भाई को कॉम्पेंसेशन चाहिए वरना वो अपोनेंट टीम को सपोर्ट करेगा, विल्ट को नहीं, ऐसा बोला है।
विशाल भाई सबसे पहली चीज,
हाँ।
आपको जिसने स्कैम किया वो कहा है?
लेकिन इन डिफेंस ऑफ विशाल भाई,
हाँ।
जो बंदे ने स्कैम किया उसको लाया तो आपने ही था यहाँ पे।
तो मतलब मैं नाचो भी।
हाँ रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी तो आपकी हुई ना। हाँ अभी आप 2 डांस कीजिए चले। यूनिक्स भाई थैंक यू सो मच फॉर 110 मेरी जान के टोटेस। क्यों म्यूजिक सुन रहा हूँ भाई मैं? ऑलरेडी एक टाइम पे 1 मेल आता है, अभी 3-3 4-4 मेल आएंगे हैं? Bunks bye, Bunks lover, thank you for the $110 million मेरी जान। Be patient, let's not celebrate early. I know we are winning next match. Still be patient. Patient? पेशेंट रख रख के तो हॉस्पिटल्स भर गए भाई, कद्दू के पेशेंट। जीत गया बंक्स लवर। मैं तो बोल रहा हूँ अब खाना वाना ऑर्डर करो। 2-0 कुछ तो बोल रही है मेरे लिए।
Why global esports made DRX sweat just a bit on this map 2 weeks ago because they won this one.
Just a bit.
Just a bit.
I think it was
Just a bit. Talon was struggling.
Sanket bhai, thank you for the membership.
yeah, I think it was quite a bit for GE versus DRX.
Why is Rossi not playing? क्योंकि जब वो वहां पे गया लैंड में तो उसका जो कीबोर्ड था उसमें जो D का बटन था उसके नीचे धूल था। और उसको टाइम ने मिला कि वो बटन को निकाल कर साफ करे, इसलिए वो नेक्स्ट मैच आएगा। ऐसा जितना उसने बोला ये उसने बोला है फिलहाल के लिए। हाँ,
individual plays from Munyat, from Batsy.
Anwar bhai, thank you
these
for
big
the 10
highlight reel
rupees yaar.
individual clutches that you know, won rounds for GE when it looked like they had no business winning them. So it's a lot of different things. I think you're absolutely right that overall, like the map
Anwar
control
bhai,
is
there
better.
is
You
a
can see there when they move to
famous
their attacker
phrase,
side, they
बाप
basically
को
have
खोदना
like
ना सिखाए।
such a good read on how to get into A, how to
Papatwa.
utilize the space that they're given from the side of talent to get, you know, get the plant down and then kind of work from there. So I was very pleasantly surprised with this. I mean, I've been talking Batsy up for a while, and
Down to earth
you
है
can see
Binks,
why.
I love you,
He's a very, very strong player. I got to watch him a lot over the last couple of years, you know, whether he was on Crazy Raccoon or on Slayers. I know what this guy's capable of at his best, and it is a high
भाई
ceiling.
गार्नेट्स मारता है लेकिन
He made a real
consistently
showing
अच्छा
today.
खेल रहा है।
Now, we did talk about today
Binks.
being Mon.
We did
Yeah,
talk about
definitely showed
Binks,
up
ऐसा बोलने वाली थी।
straight off the bat in round one with a
Just
classic.
a Monyet Monday.
Just a Monday. You're not even kidding. I mean, look at how he played this.
69 देख रहे हो?
Wasn't his, but he
इसके वजह से
ducked out of it,
मारा था
came back
उसने।
around the pillar, got two right
लेकिन ये
clicks,
कोई
got
credit
another one,
देगा ही नहीं
and
मुझे।
he finishes off with an ace. This
This
is
is
just
the
the
world
first
we live in,
friggin'
guys.
round. How do you?
This
I
is
know
the
it's
world we
Monday,
live
but
in.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was amazing with an iron buddy.
स्टॉर्म भाई, लेकिन तू है कौन? हाँ? 69 के वजह से एस मारा उसने, अभी पता चला।
Our seeds like to watch the match, and all of a sudden it's like Monyet Ace, and I'm like, well, here we go again.
Yeah.
Like we're just
On
right
Split.
back to
Here we
square
go
one on
again.
Split.
ए
That's
हाईएस्ट
exciting. I mean,
एस किस
he's
कौन सी
clearly
टीम ने
comfortable
मारा
on
है?
that map. We've seen him
कुछ
work,
info है
especially
अपने
that B
पास?
pillar to
काश
perfection.
अपने पास भी एक
He
एनालिटिक्स
gets
की
how to,
टीम
you
होती
know,
ना
the
उनकी
movement's
तरह।
supposed to work, the
क्या बोलते
timings happen. Clearly, it's a map that he is super comfortable with.
Something about those right clicks, kind of like shotguns, right? Because remember, that's how he performed with the judge and
That's
Shorty.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Monyet's thing.
Yeah, Monyet and the judge with the I don't know, any gun in his hand. Actually, with the Phantom in his hand too. There was one round.
yeah.
Whenever they try to push mid, Monyet's around. That's a
Crazy.
little dangerous. Aaron too just had really good reads.
Yeah, no.
Best reads, Aaron भाई, if you're watching my stream, पता नहीं मैं क्यों उससे एग्री कर रहा हूँ, but I should agree. Best reads यार एरन, हाँ? पता नहीं यार, एग्री कर रहा हूँ मैं, ठीक है? एरन भाई, best reads, ठीक है? हाँ।
3. So this is just a great
यार
read
read किया
here.
यार
And
एरन
then he's
ने
just
एक
going to
गेम
go
में
for
यार,
that grab
मजा आ
one just
गया।
in case somebody's
Heavy read
lurking
किया।
around there at the end, or maybe it was a Nova Pulse. I couldn't quite
इतना
tell.
रीड
but
मैं करता हूँ, मैं भी आज
regardless,
एमबी बनता मेरे को लग रहा है।
it's just a great read here. They know the tendencies of these teams. They know a lot of particular teams like Talon.
Plus one
When
ना?
you throw down an early Viper's Pit, they
One
want to
मैं
get in
shout
and
out
just wipe it off the
दुदू,
board.
shout
So
out
that way
मेरी
they can reestablish
जान।
some map control, not be limited to just, you know, basically on
69
split, right?
supremacy,
2 lanes
69
that you're
कैसा है?
allowed to go down. So this is just Aaron calling a great defensive side as usual.
And it's also blocking off the middle passageway, which is so crucial because when teams are able to take this, they get to set up a bit of that split push that I think Talon was really trying to go for. But as we could see in that clip, it was definitely blocked off by Monyet and his Viper's Pit.
Yeah, I mean Talon also had a couple of they
Some
had
hero
some like, you know, you
moments.
saw like a bit of like Talon power there. They had a couple of, you know, good rounds where they took up space, especially one particular post-plant round. You were remarking on this, how
think-
well they did.
Yeah, they really tried to.
I
mean,
know,
the
there's
round
a
actually
audience
started
out there
off
who say,
with
"Lurk,
Global."
and-
I think it really shows
And-
how much thought they put into their strats, because you can see on the mini-map, this is a global attacking side.
भाई
They
तुम लोग
started
इतना
off
fast
with
chat
that
कर रहे हो क्या
Trailblazer
पढ़
just to
में?
clear out
Bonnie
vents,
playing
and
Flapping
then we
Bird.
have Lightning Fast actually pushing deeper in to set up for that split push.
ये
They
Flash
used a Hawk just to clear out Mail and to prevent Talon from pushing
बहुत
back
crazy था।
in. Meanwhile, all this happens, they actually got Talon to spend up their utility, and then they have this Viper's Pit up towards the A side. They started pushing in together as a squad, taking down Heaven, taking down side, pushing
ये
past
हारे थे
main.
ना round
They
अपन?
managed to get the spike down pretty soon. What was good from Talon here
नहीं,
is
बाजी ने
this
clutch किया
positional
था।
play from Pat, who was hiding up by Hell the whole time. He managed to take out 2, and then comes the retake. We have Garnett's coming in with a blast pack and a judge up on elbow, but this is what happens with Batsy.
Yeah, this guy individually absolutely nuts. There's a reason he was a duelist for so long. It's because his reactions are so good. And I just gotta say, a lot of people were calling for
वापस
Batsy to be the
देख
one
के
potentially
मजा ही आ
that's
रहा है।
removed from this
Nah.
roster.
बस मैं उधर जो
Absolutely
audience होते
not.
हैं
You
लग
are
करने
dead
पे
wrong. This
चिल्लाते
guy
नहीं
is
होगी,
absolutely
पता है।
insane. He is
अरे 10
clutch
जन
with
खेल
his
रहे हैं,
shooting.
कौन
He's
किसके लिए
great
चिल्ला
with
रहा
his
है तो कैसे
utility.
पता चलेगा?
Like the casters have been talking about, you know, I love the way that he's you know, he's not a selfish player. He's the one kind of doing a lot of the heavy lifting with the utility in the early part of the round, you know, sacrificing it to get that space for Lightning Fast to set up that crunch at A Heaven. And then at the end of the round, he's just good. I mean, that's just pure skill.
रॉसी कब खेलेगा पता नहीं, लग रहा है अभी खेल
Need
सकता है, लग
someone
रहा है
who
मेरे
can
को।
shine in
बात
those
सिंपल
clutch
है,
moments.
इतना
When all
डिले
else
हो
is
रहा है,
gone,
मतलब एक और प्लेयर आ रहा है who's nothing but Rossi. चिल करो,
अगर नहीं आया टीबोल,
इतना डिले क्यों हो रहा है बताओ
हाँ, अगर नहीं आया
भाई, आ रहा है, मैं लिख के दे रहा हूँ according to my Sherlock Holmes
bad for
experience.
We're
talent.
gonna print a poster size of that for you to put.
भाई क्या
I'm gonna
खेला
hang
है
this
बे।
up in my room.
Yeah.
भाई
I would-
बाजी और मोनिया ने जो खेला है बे, लेकिन ओ शीश भाई,
हाँ ना,
हाँ, अपने को 10-15 लाइव स्ट्रीम के बाद एक मोन्टाज ने बनता है, वो लोग एक ही मैच में बना देते।
क्या भाई लास्ट गेम 30 मारा मैं, नॉर्मल डे इन माय लाइफ। 40-90 में
क्या करेगा इस टिबुंड का, हाँ?
We do know that him and SK Rossi just came in 2 weeks ago, and that wasn't a lot of time for them to get acclimated to Korea. And I mean, how'd you guys find it?
Good. I mean, not bad. It wasn't. There were a few mistakes, right? Like the paint shells that came back in his face. Look,
Yeah.
Welcome
Things
to
happen.
Korea.
Yeah,
welcome to Pacific.
Yeah. Other than that, I thought he was fine. I mean, it wasn't.
यार कुछ भी
He
बोलो पे,
he was
क्यूट
doing
तो
okay on
है,
the entries.
जी का
I saw
team.
some really good
हाँ?
blast packing, which again
जी
is
का
something that,
team
like, for me,
क्यूट
I'm
तो है,
actually more
हाँ?
focused on.
बस भाई
with
जी
these
का
players. It's like,
कोऑर्डिनेशन
okay,
क्या
cool,
बड़े
like,
हो गया,
like,
रियलिस्टिकली क्या
like,
लगता है
everybody
आपको,
can throw a boom
कब
bust.
तक
It's
हम
not
लोग
hard.
वैलो
Yeah.
जायंट्स और
What
फैनेटिक
impresses
सैन
me
को
is their
चैलेंज
blast
कर
packing. And I
पाएंगे
saw some
बढ़िया
really
से?
good deep ones, and that's
Mhm.
important.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
how you
एक्सपीरियंस
take
मिल
space
रहा
as
है,
a duelist, and he's
एक्सपोजर
done a
मिल
great
रहा है,
job of it, and
तभी
if this
इसको
is how he debuts, you know, I think it's a good
एनहांस
showing.
करके
It
सब
makes
उनके
you
ऊपर
want
है
to
यार,
see more,
समझ रहे हो
especially just
अनिरुद्ध
on
भाई,
this map split. The fact that he's a new player,
एक्सपीरियंस मिल रहा है,
and
एक्सपोजर
you
मिल
know,
रहा है,
maybe SK Rossi comes in. I
हाँ?
don't know. Like Global is a team that
सिर्फ
has
पॉलिशिंग की
quite
जरूरत
a
है
bit
अभी।
of potential. On the other hand, it really breaks your heart to see talent like this, Vic.
Okay. Let's talk about talent. This is their second split map that we've seen in the last 2 weeks. Both times it has not been going well.
तो मतलब
What
स्प्लिट
is
करा
going
था उनको,
Wrong. Like what can they do better? We're going to Icebox in the next map. This
बराबर।
Icebox is Talon's pick. I think maybe
ध्यान
Talon
से सुने,
might have not wanted to split either, but that was not their choice.
Hey,
What do we
banned-
want to see in an
It
Icebox?
sounds basic to say, but there's a
अरे बाकी लोग क्या बोल रहे हैं, उसने ऑलरेडी उसने सब इंफॉर्मेशन दे दिया हम लोग को कि स्प्लिट उनका मैप नहीं था, बस बराबर है कि नहीं? चैट गेटिंग गिफ्टेड मेंबरशिप एंड बी लाइक मेरी सिलेक्शन हो गई है। बात तो है यार, बात तो है, मतलब 5000 लोगों में से एक को मेंबरशिप मिलना, समझ रहे हो हाउ लकी दैट इज? बात तो है वैसे।
not to diss on anybody on Talon, but when
Cute
they
and
were
that
at their
team,
best, in
G
my
का?
opinion, at lock-in, was when they're playing together. Like the utility coordination is there, and then everybody follows up on it. I'm not seeing that as much.
Yeah, I think that's something that we kind of need to
चालू
talk
करो,
about, or at
चालू
least
करो,
explore,
चालू
because
करो, चालू
their
करो,
performance
चालू करो,
lock-in was
चालू करो,
fantastic.
चालू करो,
They took out
चालू
great
करो।
teams. They had such a great performance. They took a
Huh?
map off DRX. This hasn't happened yet. Maybe, I don't know. We gotta.
पिंकी, आई नो यू आर वाचिंग माई स्ट्रीम ऑन टीवी, ठीक है? मैं सिर्फ ये बोल रहा हूँ कि जी की टीम क्यूट है, बस मेरे लिए आप ही क्यूट हो यार।
Off of individual
बाहर
plays,
आवाज
they
आ रहा है
seem
मेरे
a
को
bit
टीवी का,
disjointed,
समझ रहे हो? स्ट्रीम
disconnected.
स्नाइपर।
It's not really working. You know, we've got Fox kind of underperforming. Garnett, who is really great, by the way. He was the top fragger for this map, but it's kind of inconsistent sometimes. And there are just so many of these
क्या
tiny
बोला?
things that kind of all compile.
पटी
You know, the
पड़ी
little
Binks
things
की।
add up. And it
डरता नहीं है
really
वैसा।
factors into this
हाँ।
performance. On to
डरता
the
नहीं
next
है वो।
map, you know, they banned Pearl. We thought they did pretty well on Pearl against DRX last week. They banned it, now we're going into Icebox. That they have to perform here because
At least they've won on it. I mean, they've got that going for them. They beat Team Secret on it, so
Yeah.
and they
Secret
look
को
good
हराया?
against DRX at lock-in on it, right?
एक सेकेंड, अगर टैलन ने सीक्रेट को हराया और जी ने टैलन को हराया आइसबॉक्स में, उसका मतलब हमने एक ही तीर पे दो टीम को हराया, बराबर है। टीम सीक्रेट, इफ यू आर वाचिंग द स्ट्रीम, गेट रेडी टू लूज बेबी। सिंपल मैथ्स का बात है सिक्रेट भाई हाँ
At the end of this,
जिस
just to
जिसको
see if maybe
गिफ्ट मिला
that
वो लॉटरी
10
नहीं भाई घर जाएगा
Right.
ए मत
Now
करो
we
रे
are going into map 2, Icebox, as we've mentioned. And again, today is high stakes. The team that does not walk away winning
हाई स्टेक से
is
मेरा ऑल इन चले चले
gonna struggle to make it into playoffs. These are the two bottom ranking
क्या आप
teams
थोड़े
at
से
the
वो
moment,
मैं पूरा सब
even though both of them have showed clear.
वही ना बिंग्स बाय बिकॉज ऐसा नहीं लगता है कि वी लैग ऑन स्किल पैरामीटर बस थोड़ा रेगुलर नहीं वी डू
रॉसी मैंने बोला कि नहीं
वी डू
हाँ मैं
आ गया
अब बोलो
Nice,
All
nice.
right.
आ गया भाई आ गया
I thought that was
बोला
a decent
हाँ?
game. You know, he had some.
चले चले
Not calling it out with Rossi in here.
हाँ?
I'm curious to see what role.
अबे एक बात समझा तेरे को इसका मतलब इसका फोन हैक हो चुका है क्योंकि ट्वीट कर रहा था ये खेलते
अरे
खेलते
मैं तेरे को बोला सब लोग उस तरफ गए गोलू की इस तरफ गया
हाँ समझ गया
Simple logic.
In for the side of Talon though, and again, like you mentioned, do or die, heaven or hell. If they don't make their way out
Aga,
of
guys.
Icebox, then their opponent
आ
next
गया
is
आ
gonna
गया
be
आ
Zeta,
गया आ गया
who has been showing up like mad.
Simping काम
on the
करो, मैं
kill
नहीं
feed,
करता भाई,
definitely
hello.
lighting things up.
Anirudh
So,
bhai thank you for the
they're in
220 but
trouble,
we do
honestly.
lag on
Yeah.
skill
Okay, it looks like their
but only
roster
way
has
to
changed,
improve is
Talon.
with playing with high skilled
what
players
are we
which we are
expecting
doing
from
now
the
so don't worry
He is on the jet.
hi Bunks how are you
Twitter
all
in,
Gucci
huh?
wish you bye thank you for the
Killjoy. I
44
mean, this has
love
kind of
you
been a common theme here we've seen in the last couple weeks is that the duelists who need to shift, you know, over for potentially another duelist go to the Killjoy. It is kind of the
Paper X.
yeah, exactly, right? Forsaken is the first person you think of that did that, right?
For sure, but
रॉसी
apart from
हार्बर
that,
खेल रहा है
like,
नहीं जेट खेल रहा है
I
ना
guess it could kind of make sense if you just have that anchoring
तो
potential.
उधर
you're
नाम
able
क्यों
to
रखा है
land
इसके
those
रॉसी
shots.
राइट पर ओ
Duelist and
ऐसा नाम है
Sentinels
अभी
need to have
समझा
that
माफ
crisp
करें
aim. On the other hand,
रॉसी जेट है
a little bit
ये लोग
interesting
कौन
is
है?
that
ये
we
लोग कौन है
have
जो
the
15
slight
बंदे इधर
difference
बैठे
in initiators.
जो ऊपर बैठे है
Back on the silver for
कास्टर रहेंगे ना
Icebox, and
दूसरे
both
रीजन
teams
के
going with that tried and true
या फिर वो
route.
रहेंगे म्यूजिक जो पीछे डाल रहे
आपका
हैं
माउस उधर है
हाँ
I'm just watching them right now. I'm just
भाई
soaking
इनका
in the
स्टैंड
atmosphere
देखो
right
यार
now and see where this is gonna go for the next possibly
भाई
final
दिख रहा है
map
आर्म
for
कितना
today.
मस्त है ऐसा
It's
जाके
gonna
यू
be Icebox. For game 2, we have Talon in Global Esports. Let's go talk to our casters, Achilleos and William.
Thank you very much, and oh boy.
हाँ मेरा दिल
Rossi's
धक धक
in,
कर रहा है
and he's
स्टार
also
इज हियर लेट्स गो
Yeah,
यार
not gonna
अनिरुद्ध
be on
भाई
that initiator
लेट्स
position
गो
like we saw from him over at
भाई
Lock.
अच्छा परफॉर्म
I
करे
mean, the
बस
last time we saw him
इससे
play
ज्यादा मेरा दिल
Duelist
कुछ नहीं
was
चाहता है
in
भाई
the-
रॉसी अच्छा
the,
परफॉर्म
was
करे
the
बस
Gecko
Yeah.
Shelter.
Oh yeah, actually,
Versus
you're
Team
right.
Players
can be
Played
changed
there.
after 1
I
year.
That
forgot
was-
about that.
That was pretty much the last time. So it's been a good long while, but the team
टैलेंट वाले देख रहे थोड़ा सा वो हो गए एक मैप भी हारे और अपना स्टार प्लेयर भी आ गया वो लोग पहले राउंड में टाइम आउट लेना चाहिए मेरे हिसाब से फर्स्ट राउंड में टाइम आउट नेवर सीन बिफोर
Now in this roster
क्या
setup,
बोलते हो
also curious to find out, Global Esports, they're playing the composition that Loud
वो
showed
गाना
off when
बजना
they
चाहिए ना
started to integrate Harbor back at lock-in. Meanwhile,
इच्छियाँ
Talon,
स्टार
they're
बॉय
showing
वाला
off
गाना
that DRX started to show off with the Harbor back at lock-in. The big difference being the Sky and the Sova. The Sky allows you to really kind of double team with the Jet and play a
अरे
bit
यार
more
टैलेंट
aggressively.
मेरा वाला
blast through
स्टार्ट
your
कर रहा
own
है
walls of smoke as
वाइपर
well.
मिड और
While
4
the
बी
Sova, of course, is going to secure a little
Huh?
bit more info and has a little bit more post-plant utility.
Well, it's another
Elman, thank you for the
first,
potty, मेरी
year
जान
four texture. The
अनिरुद्ध
same,
भाई
something
once
we hadn't
again
seen
दिल से
before.
thank you so
Oh
much
my
for
God,
the
Binks comes out with
1020
the Killjoy. So first Sentinel appearance for him here
मेरा वाला
today
स्टार्ट
in his career.
मिड स्मोक
For now, heavy presence from Talon, who are first on the attack, drifting over towards B. You can see there's a couple other people who are
ए ये लोग के पास सेज बॉल नहीं है ये लोग बहुत
kitchen
प्लांटर रुक
being held
सकते
at the
हैं
moment by texture. Aaron now looking to join him.
दोनों के
Yeah,
पास
but
नहीं
look
है
at the setup once again, right? This is what I was talking about. A site, it was purely taken by the double team of Guiding Light and then the Jet to peek out.
दो
Now
टूटे
Aaron just has to stay alive. I mean, they purposely left the site entirely open.
कहाँ से
Right
फ्रेंजी
before
मारा
the
एरिन ने
wall goes up,
वीचियो
Aaron getting line of sight, manages to go in, takes down Garnets. It's a lot of firepower left on
क्या?
the ground now here for the side of Talon.
Surely you suspect, yeah, that someone has come to the flank, but can they be ready for it? I mean, if the timing's right, Global Esports, they should strike from both sides at the same time.
Rossi backing away. They look like they wanted to use this dog, but instead
बाजी
it's
ने
going to
तो
be
मार
Bazzi picking
दे
up 2
retake हो गया
kills.
भाई
I think it's a good call, right? You don't want to get caught with your hands out just trying to control the utility. Meanwhile, Cruz just trying to hide.
And it's going to be a flawless pistol
क्या
round
मारा
by
headshot रॉसी ने
yeah, but pretty much everybody getting involved in this one.
कहाँ पे भी मारा मुझे तो हेड
Looks like they want to try
लगा
to
वो
fast
स्क्रीन में
track
दिखाया
those
नहीं
seekers.
बस
Bazzi
हाँ।
finding 2 kills. This will give him that 3rd charge. It's a
हाँ।
flawless
किल
to go
फीड
ahead
में वो
and
दिखाया नहीं
pistol.
वो
I mean,
बग
again,
वग हो गया
global
वो
esports
हेडशॉट का
official rounds
इमोजी नहीं
seem to go
दिखाया
hand in
क्या
hand.
इमोजी
Yeah,
नहीं क्या
I mean,
वो
they're
दिखाया नहीं
staying consistent. They're always good for at least one on the map,
भाई
if not
बाजी भाई
both. And
क्या
obviously, that's how
सपोर्ट
they're
दिया
staying with such a
देखा हेडशॉट
positive record. Now, I like that the fact that they're
हाँ,
prioritizing
घर
Seekers as
जाएगा।
well. When we started to see Sky really show back up,
चले
the
चले
fact that
चले
sometimes she's the main initiator
वो
or
हो
the
गया
only
रॉसी
initiator
भाई
that
वार्म
means
अप हो
Seekers
गया एक
allow
किल
you to
मार
have
के
one extra round of really confirmed information.
पिस्टल राउंड तो है बे
So
अपना
that does give you that nice little advantage here.
भाई एक पिस्टल राउंड ओनली टूर्नामेंट
Shift the
देखना मुझे
balance back into your favor.
Well, 4 spy here with the Stingers from Talon. Not everyone, but everyone does buy down with the Sheriffs as well.
Pretty shallow wall
कुछ
here.
तो
from
बोल रहा
Aaron.
रॉसी
Not blocking off too much of anything, but I mean the jump peaks, confirming presence at the very least. Start quickly dealt with. Not going to find much there. As Rossi going to be the one situated a little bit further forward. Looks like he wants to swing out and thinks better of it. Aaron will just send the wall towards him. Rossi goes for the push. Oh no! And I think that might just be a little bit of over eagerness here in his debut. Let's end up going down. The rest of the team now looking to hold the line.
Aaron's stuck. He does need support, but Bodsy not going to stay alive for too long.
And suddenly, we're in a 2v2. Weapons recovered. Sushi Boy's picking up that Spectre. Pat wants to do the same, otherwise still does have the Stinger. Swing out now into a 1v1. As it's Monyet versus Sushi.
But Sushi did pick up the Spectre. It's just a matter of mind
And
games.
he's just not ready for Monyet to be in that position. Was expecting him further back, deeper into the
क्या हो
site.
गया गाइस मैं ऑल टैप
Global
हो
will
गया
be able to
था
win this round, but at a fairly heavy
आला
cost.
पांगड़ो
Yeah, I mean,
तूने
they
देखा
take a
first
big
map?
hit, but of course on the other side as well, right? Talon bought down with the Sheriffs and Stinger. So at the end of the day, I mean,
दिख
normally
रहा
we would
दिख
say,
रहा
okay, I mean, this almost is a win
Mix
for
मत
Talon,
करना,
but
please यार।
Talon's going to have to
बाद
rest
में
the
मैं
one
वापस
extra
डाल
round.
दूंगा
And
पाउडर
now the big question becomes, do
That's
they
not
buy
spicy,
Stingers
mustard.
again just to try to catch back up while they, set up for half armors in the coming round?
Well, we'll we'll ignore the tailwind.
Yeah, we'll skip that part, all right? Everyone gets one. Everyone gets one.
Still
ये अच्छा
quite a bit
पोजीशन
of
है यहाँ से
spending
गलत डैश मारो
on
तो
both
भी उनको
sides.
वहाँ
I
पे
mean,
नहीं
you see
जाएगा
Pat down to 1,000. 1,200 for Sushi. Everybody else on the side of Global as well, putting in quite a bit of money. Only Texture with that Spectre in hand, 2,000.
Yeah, so Talon just poised to make sure they can either buy full armor and weapons or half armor with full utility in the
पैसा नहीं
next
है
round.
ओ
Quick and easy swing out.
Heal
16
दे,
HP
heal
though,
दे।
waiting for money yet. If he can join up with Bazzi in a little bit, they can go ahead and heal that away.
Yeah,
Heal
they're
the
very well
Sky.
aligned for that, and that's exactly what they do. Backs off, Texture just trying to keep screens,
दे रहा,
right?
दे रहा,
As
दे
long as you have screens and you
ये कहाँ
oh,
पे मारा बे?
Boxy.
Mid.
हाँ
Coming up on this flank angle, finds Aaron as well to boot. Fantastic timing from him. Drop down, however, out of habit.
I mean, Boxy
Man's on one today.
definitely is. And,
एक
maybe
second,
you heard
एक
us
second.
talking about him saying,
Sorry,
"Your
मेरे को
utility,
करना पड़ रहा है।
fragging may not have been great,
विशाल
but
भाई,
your utility has
ये
been
लो।
top tier." Well,
हाँ।
no longer it's the fragging that's really putting
सॉरी
it
मेरे को
on top
करना
of
पड़ा ये
the scoreboard
सॉरी
now.
गाइस हाँ
Well, I believe a 6-1 now start for Bazzi. Fantastically done with that Guardian in hand. I mean, nice casual little swing out here from Monyet to find that first kill of the round.
3-0 baby
Goes right back into the front lines. So though, some good sheriffing overall from the side of Talon. Themselves a couple of kills, a good flank from Cruz as well. We saw him early up on that belt area. He drops the spike down and says, I want to go on this flank. And it ends up paying off decently well.
Yeah, I mean,
भाई ये जीता
that
तो
was the
उनके पास
round where they're
पैसे नहीं है
okay
एक
with
के
just
पास तो
taking
$0
whatever they
है
can. Now they're set up for their
इन
buys.
लोगों
They
पास
do
result
complete the lockdown as well for Sushi Boy. So this is a chance to finally
ये
turn
किससे
the
किया
momentum
उसने
around
अच्छा
on
वहाँ
the
से
side of
अपडेट
Talon. They've
करके
even already
स्लोली
taken early control of mid and a kill for Garnets.
ये अच्छा था यार ये
Nice.
स्टैट अच्छा था
Garnett's
को मालूम ही नहीं
not
पड़ा
setting off that turret. Goes for Aaron first, finds it, then deals with the KJ util. And Pat just barely did not see Rossi there. And he's able to just ADS in, get the headshot.
Yeah, but this is what you can start to do when you have this double team of the Sky and the Jet, right? You can send in that deep flash with the guiding light, set up your Jet, and be prepared to provide some backup from any position because of the way that her utility works. I mean, you can
Scout
get
destroyed.
quite a bit of distance on all of these.
Yeah. I mean, we
Yeah,
were
and
seeing
that's
it
it,
a bit
eh?
in our most recent Icebox game.
वो लेकिन rope angle है ना कोई rope ऊपर चढ़ा तो वो वाला
Seeker's going to be used here. As we've got 50 seconds remaining.
Left से तो pure
Confirm that there is enough
ये
presence
देख रहा है ना
over here towards the
हाँ,
A
ये देख
side.
रहा है, yeah.
Still though, not enough for texture
You should run.
and one yet to rotate across.
Now Rossi, he doesn't have the best of what.
Oh, whoa!
Lockdown, but he's going to wait patiently for a kill.
Yeah, I
Nice,
mean, and he
nice.
kind of needed
Must
that. The
have,
longer
eh?
he stayed, the more reliant he was going to be on needing that dash to be able to get out and avoid getting detained. So just pop that. No spray through the wall to try to disrupt this, but Rossi now on for an ace.
नहीं चाहिए Rossi 4K
What a way to jam
नहीं चाहिए Rossi 4K Rossi 4K
You knew he was full flashed, my God.
मेरे को तो चाहिए नहीं था इस
I'll flash for you. Just kidding.
मेरे को नहीं चाहिए था मैं 4K Rossi बे better हाँ
Either way,
4K Rossi
a solid
baby
round with the Guardian. Weapon now can be
Ace is-
upgraded. Just with the one
Ace
casualty.
is
It's
for
Bazzi
kids,
and Rossi
दूंगा
leading the charge.
4K Rossi
Oh, it wasn't even ADS, yeah.
Yeah,
अच्छा था
he's just primed and positioned in. I mean, this is one of the advantages for the Guardian. I like that, you know, you
Yes,
question
sir,
why
Bapta.
do you know, you're not going to spam through the wall. You have a Guardian, but he gets the guaranteed kill over, and then he's still able to clean house.
हाँ उसने भी बोला 4K Rossi
I look down
उसने भी बोला
afterwards,
बे
and Bazzi's still just having that nervous smile of like, uh-oh.
I'm going to draw the ire of all of India. Everybody at that watch party
Yeah, the
booing,
watch party.
just booing Bazzi, but widely cheering on Global.
Well, I mean, Bazzi surely
Pesh
one
watch
of
party
the
वालों ने boo
spirits
किया
today for Global as they continue to look like it might be a
Pesh toxic
swift
लोग हैं क्या
victory finally as they try to go for their first win here in Pacific.
Roping across, this will have been heard and now spotted. Garnet's dropping down just in time to avoid getting
Oh, the
getting
nice.
any damage. The bite now zoning in the back.
Good
And
bite,
Pat
crazy
vulnerable, gets
took Mara.
headshot,
Whoa.
gets killed. Well, yeah, can't quite adjust to find the second, but then the dog comes in, finds one.
ए एरन को मारना था
Awkwardness though is Fox takes down
भाई
Garnet with
सबने
his own
whiff
Hunter's
कर
Fury.
दिया
At
भाई
the end of the day, it's Rossi, the last man standing. The pride and hope of India now looking
Spike planted.
to bring them across the line. There's one gone.
Yeah, he has no information on the others yet, though.
Oh, well,
Oh, spots Cruz. They heard the drop.
Chris is walking
Oh.
Heard there from Fox in the corner. He is
NTR
able to go ahead and get Talon that first round win, but again, at great cost. Cash from
So
the side of
possible.
Global, very much banked up. Talon, ooh, it's rough around the
Yeah.
edges. Going to be seeing some half armor and rifles coming through.
Yeah, the half armors. We'll see if
Anti
that
though.
comes back to bite him, or if it's going to be just enough to kind of keep them on life support as they
Sushi
try to
boy
move the
Mara.
wall back in. You're a map too, because here's the thing: they not only have to win Icebox, but they have to kind of get to map 3 to even have a chance to get their own first win.
थोड़ा और लेफ्ट में रहता था थोड़ा चांस मिलता था क्लिक कर दो
Looks like Garnet's just going to be
मस्ट ट्रेड
going for the Blade Storm.
The operator's
Oh.
going to hold mid.
Yeah.
ओ भाई
I was going to say, he should have been able to spot Manya initially. In the end, manages to find him, get that headshot across.
मस्त मारा
See how he continues to play on the entry here for his team. His walls
Must
are up,
matter,
just
must matter.
trying to stop the push from coming through, and that's going to be the reckoning now invested from Pat.
Now, this doesn't force them to empty the site, but they're going to hear a lot of the footsteps. GES, though, they have no reason to really flank around on their own. Now, Cruz, of course, the
भाई,
reason they're
वो
rotating
देख, भाई,
is
पर
because
देख कहाँ
of
पे
that deep
बैठा है।
flank. And we saw that in the
Oh,
picture as
attacking
well. I
jet
mean,
class abrupt
he
क्या?
faced no opposition.
Rotate.
Do they recognize that he could
नहीं
beat this
नहीं
deep
वहाँ
already?
साइड
Looks
से
like Aaron
ऊपर कूद
does
के
as he's inching forward. Rossi now,
Yep.
scoped in. Oh, the timing! He's going to turn away. This could be a 2-for-1 if he decided to swing it, but he does not.
He's just waiting for the rotates. He just wants to fight
Spike
them
planted.
right in the last second. He's going to hear this. Here's the drop.
Bassie's coming around on the opposite side.
Nice.
That will at least confirm that position. And
Oh,
last time would have been
100
enough
दिया.
to do it, but can't quite find it. Cruz with a
100 दिया यार.
fantastic just drift through the B site into that lurk. Will finally fall. Aaron looking like, yep, grab
Yeah.
up the operator, go for the save.
Yeah, that's the best play you could do, right? I mean, with the operator dropped, that's what could start to hurt your economy. You say, okay, we're already down in the numbers as well. Let's just save the operator texture. He's just in a position where
Could hit a
he might-
timing here.
Yeah, just try to get one extra kill, try to get towards that lockdown. No, he's just going to play it safe.
Okay. Drifts back across the opposite
हल्का सा
way.
whiff कर दिया यार
We'll be all right, tucked away in kitchen. So operator held on to. Talon do find their second. This is good for them to be able to find their footing because, we're talking about how bad the economy was looking. And Aaron, oh boy,
चुपचाप off
not
से
what
कर
you want to
लेते।
see there.
Yeah,
Complete and utter
That's
whiff.
saying Rossi
he was
server top
holding
try
the
karega
angle
कहेंगा.
as well, but I mean, sure, the timer was just about to run out. Maybe you were going through your comms. It looked a little shaky. Meanwhile, Garnets was
Viper ने दिया.
excited in for the
Viper ने
kill
दिया
off
रहेगा
the
मेरे
hunt
हिसाब
here. Oh man, I mean, just a nice movement from Garnets as well. Of course, with that Blaze Storm, that's the advantage he has in that duel.
Well, timeout now going to be used by Global, even though they have the lead. They don't want Talon to find a
Guys chill करे.
Take a look.
ये ulti मारने का sound है ना ये?
One of the least played, if not the least played map now.
Yes, I believe so. Now that Split's been picked a couple extra times. Icebox being widely avoided, not even picked at all, usually banned out. So we'll see Global Esports. And now I wonder if they're also discussing, obviously not in this next round because they don't have the economy for it, but eventually do you try to go for this operator again? Because one of the strengths that I keep mentioning is if you have this guy in the jet, you can actually just push out together with the rifles. But
क्या
you
ये?
only have the operator. You know what? I give credit, all right, to that. That takes courage to hold that right here, and then also with the dab, which I did my first dab because of depth the other day on broadcast.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I'm just, did
अबे
Tyler
read तो heavy है. Read तो heavy
where are we
है.
freeing him from?
No, Tyler 1 always wants more freedom.
I see.
Okay? That's what it is.
I see. He's so thoroughly
लेकिन किसके
American.
पास gun नहीं है.
Well,
There's
obviously,
never enough freedom, brother.
no, not enough for
Oh, okay. Covering fire is not as good as it needed to be.
All right, go
कोई
next.
सीन नहीं दो मारे.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. They've been slow creeping around Garage. You don't expect them to hit this a little bit faster, but I think Global, they say, okay, yeah, well, we know that you guys are on an eco. We're going to push the envelope here a little bit harder than we normally do. And, yeah, Rossi ends up getting caught with the Bucky in hand.
No.
Oh.
I mean, I like the idea from Texture. You're droning. I'm going to molly
चलेगा,
you.
चलेगा,
Maybe you'll get a kill.
चलेगा.
I know you're low HP, but Pad just shuts that down.
Yeah, it's the best attempt he could have had, and looks like, okay, they do want to stick with the op, so most likely what that means is they want to position Rossi to just hold. Wow, what a just mess of a firefight there, but they're going to position him to hold through a guiding light and then rotate Batsy over quickly so he can gain information either
Not
mid
bad,
or
not
on
bad.
the other site. But this all relies on the fact that Rossi can get a
ये
bit
अभी
of a
crucial
forward
round है
position
वरना lead जाएगा.
and has to be good for his first shot should Talon ever rotate back to him.
Heavy mid presence now. 3 people ready to creep across you towards Tube, where Texture's the lone member waiting.
Oh, and Foxy
Foxy?
wasn't spotted here. Through the
Yeah,
oh,
great
he's actually going to enter
He's gotta miss
garage.
the- yeah, he misses this timing.
But in
Which is
some
my point.
ways,
There's no one to cover for him.
timing.
yeah, I mean, neither of them know surely of the other presence. Meanwhile, the site is being taken through kitchen. A great guiding light.
ओ भाई क्या
Well, he
blind
does crucially shut down
दिया.
the pit.
Rossi.
Denies that from being an entry, some entry util onto the site. Texture now spotting, but can't swing wide enough to take down Garnets. We'll find one. Garnets now pulls off of that plant. Shuts Texture down. Sushi Boys in the meantime. Catching one, yet on the rotate. The open mid. Needs the shot. He nails it. Dash forward.
Does he know about kitchen?
No, he does not.
वही problem.
Still that lurk there.
Harbor
Pat able to
dude.
find that punish.
भाई उनका अच्छा था लेकिन.
And now it's all
Ball
on
अच्छा
Air in the
था.
IGL to try to make this happen. Knows where one's at, but at this point,
It
could be anywhere. He's right out in front waiting.
नहीं लेकिन वहाँ पे है ना B-main में
tied up for the first time.
एक बंदा
Yeah,
चाहिए
and an early
वो
time
एंगल
use
खाली
as well.
करने
Let's
को
remember that
या
from
फिर
the side of
कुछ
Global
util
Esports,
समझ
but
रहा है.
they're actually not able to regain the momentum. Again, their pistols
ऐसा
are
वो
always
नहीं
good.
छोड़
Their
सकते
early
क्योंकि
rounds
वो
look
बहुत
good,
कॉमन है
but
वहाँ पे लोग रहते हैं.
let's say it like it is. I mean, the overall big picture idea with the operator was fine. You want to get an aggressive position, but the way you executed it, you left, you know, kind of.
1/9 के watching, 6 के likes, like करो, Jet, like करो यार, क्या कर रहे हो?
Foxy is able to get through, but that alone.
तुम लोग
already
चाहते हैं
buys
जी
some
जीते,
time
like
to
करो जल्दी
retake it
से,
despite
हाँ?
Batsy's
वो
heroics
दो.
to try to shut down the Viper's pit.
Confidence.
This is a little bit concerning. I mean, granted, it's the first time that we're seeing Icebox from Global. This is that kind of debut of the map, but we've seen it from Talon before. They were able to beat Team Secret on this map when Secret had selected it. Secret, of course, as we've noted many times, not having been able to win on any of their map picks yet.
Yes.
7-5 score हो गया ना
Widely,
अपना.
the biggest thing that
मजा
concerned
आएगा.
me is that Talon were able to
Rossi is
get
playing really
high
bad, फिर
rounds
भी
on the
top रहेगा.
defending side.
Mm-hmm.
It was
ऐसा
like
लग
an
रहा है
attack
मुझे.
where they struggled.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, surely even their utility usage with their harbor has been improving since then as well. That time it was a lot off the back of the firepower of all 5 players. Today, things seem to be a little bit more in sync. So, Global, you got to start to get a bit more concerned. Now, obviously, this round, they're taking it just a bit slower on the eco. Now this is all really to set up for Monyet, and he's already good for one.
He's got one.
Nice.
He's the
Oh,
other
bye.
one. He's playing the tightrope.
मारा उसने
यार ये तो मेरा वाला मोंटाज बना रहा है झूलने वाला.
I mean, if nothing else,
झूल के
Esports
मारा
doesn't
भाई.
work out. Clearly, he'd be good in a circus.
Yeah, I mean, the acrobatics are there. Texture just trying to buy time. Oh, he does make sure that the vulnerable lands on
30
him,
seconds left.
but not going to be able to fight back.
Cirque de Monnier.
Cirque de Monyet, he changed the name a little bit.
Yeah. It's a minor change up. Cruz up, pushing
Oh.
forward. We'll find Aaron Rossi going to fall. Leaves Texture on his lonesome with the sheriff in hand, and he's making noise. And that'll
Oh,
be the finisher.
anti.
I mean, again, bloody rounds. They're coming up with some good
बहुत
kills,
close जा रहा है.
limiting the number of weapons that are carried over. But Talon now have a very solid bank built
Yeah,
up for
heavy
themselves
paisa.
here.
Yeah, they can buy whatever they want for the rest of this half. And
Op आ गई.
notably, first time they're taking the lead here in this matchup against Global Esports.
Julta
Because
Julta.
right ever since split. Wow.
Left.
That was great to watch in slow-mo. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I know a lot of fans
भाई,
who have been
ये
following
बहुत
Monyet's
crazy
career
खेला,
are so
Foxy.
happy to see him perform on the global levels.
Attacking map है या defensive
So
map
credit
है
to him,
attacking?
but right now, all focus on Talon. They're starting to correctly read how Global Esports wants to use this comp, especially, again, the way they've been trying to position SK Rossi's jet off the back of that sky.
Really clear on the drone.
वो लोग बस blind है, ये लोग blind dash करेंगे
Just
ये
on the
लोग शायद.
map was the fact that Cruz, I believe, gets tagged by the guiding light, but
नहीं है,
that
blind
means
ही
that
नहीं
Global
है.
Esports also can't push out too confidently. Cruz is
कुछ
just
नहीं कर
there
सकते,
because he
direct
knows
dash करना
eventually
पड़ेगा
at some
smoke dash.
point the Jet and Sky have to be together. They're going to push out. You can see it in the small screen. He's just waiting for them to come fight him.
There's not coming in. Some blind shots sent across. Looking for that hit. Rossi.
Nice, Rossi.
उसने A पे मारा बे.
The nanoswarm gets set and cleared. Lockdown will flush them back off the site. Maybe Texture would go for the answering defending lockdown just to try to draw the stalemate. Not to beat. Aaron
Spike planted.
so close to getting punished there through the pipes.
बाप रे.
Reckoning just to push back.
भाई
on
मोने ने
just-
फिर
Oh,
भी
man.
मारा.
Oh!
कैसे?
Walks through pipes, finds Pat. Now Garnet's dead. Seems like Global
ये तो हार ही नहीं
have
सकते.
not wanted to get ahead, but man, what a quick two pop there from Sushi Boys.
So much that
Please.
Sushi Boys has to do. He's just being kept, his attention tied behind him because of Batsi's Sky.
Yeah, he's gonna swing out wide. The initial
Nice.
shot up. It does not connect. Texture's gonna back off. Suddenly, this is winnable. It would have to be an ace. He's looking for it. Texture will say no.
Use the spike.
Shuts it
मेरे
down.
पे
Grabs
आता
the
था
ult,
अभी
hands
पूरा.
the diffuse over to Bazzi.
पनत की फट
Just
नहीं
enough
ऐसा
time to go
होता
ahead
था.
and make
और
that
नहीं तो क्या?
tied up at 5-5, but
चुप
man,
रहे आप.
what a
अरे
close
बराबर
round.
बोली
Sushi Boys
थी
nearly
मैं.
bringing that one back from the dead.
Yeah, I mean, such
Rossi
good
bhai.
finesse there, both in terms of his
आराम
aim and positioning to
Rossi
try
bhai,
to
आराम
bring
से.
that back to a 1v5 clutch, and he almost
भाई
did it.
इसने क्या
I mean, very, very
मारा
close.
भाई. उछलते
These two
कूदते.
shots.
इसने भी क्या मारा बे.
Nasty stuff.
लेकिन
Yeah, and
इसने
even here,
पिक
right,
क्यों
he's
नहीं किया
trying to
सीधा
make
जब वो
the
रॉसी को
decision
मार रहा
behind
था
you, so even if
फाइट
he,
छोड़ के.
doesn't win the duel immediately, he can try to buy
तो
time.
क्या है
Unfortunately, he
मेरे
gets picked off right before he can.
भाई मोहने भाई भाई बहुत ओपा है भाई.
टैप
हाँ?
मार है.
बहुत ऊपर. चैट जब तक टाइम आउट है, you got 30 seconds to like the stream. Almost 10 के watching, 10 के likes कर सकते हैं, ठीक है. जोर दबाए बुंड की सारी जोर और लाइक करे, ठीक है. आपके कूल क्लासेस कहाँ पे जिससे लाइक्स बढ़ते हैं? ये ले लाइक्स करे. कूल क्लासेस आ चुका है, लाइक्स करे आप.
Given what we've seen from them.
रॉसी
on
भाई
the
ओपी
defensive
छोड़ दो.
side of
पहला
the
किल
map,
उसने
I
मारा था,
would
घर जाएंगे तेरा.
Yeah, I mean, again,
sure.
you also have to think about that initiator difference, right? When you're over on that defensive side, not only can you try to get more
ऐसा लग रहा है
secure
मेरे को भी
info,
कूल क्लासेस की जरूरत है.
but we got some fans watching their first ever Valorant.
Love from America.
Love to see it. Welcome. Not
गाने
sure
पे
first
वाइब
time
करेंगे
watching at all, first time
कोई
watching
गाना आएगा
in
ना?
person, but either
रोहित
way,
भाई का.
greetings to you.
गाने पे
comment.
अपन.
Oh yeah, Phil, comment. There you go. Well,
Bienvenue.
it's just all languages. Throw it all out there.
कूल दीदी. हाँ?
But I mean, this is a great match to watch. Now, the big question is you got to imagine that SK Rossi and Batsi, they're always going to try to look for these timings where they can continue to push out. What's the answer? Last time it was Cruz just hanging on the lurk, trying to catch him off guard, and SK Rossi wins that duel. Uh-oh, and he gets spotted.
And now he's going to go for the updraft and know exactly where he's at. Is the covering fire going to be good? The answer is yes. Cruz able to find one, and Texture apprehensive about swinging out again.
Oh,
Finally
bacha,
decides to do
bacha,
so, will take the kill and back away.
Nice.
Seemingly satisfied.
अल्टी भी retake के लिए.
Yeah.
Vipers down nice and early.
Wise choice.
Dono
from Dexter.
Vipers.
Just even the numbers, that's all you had to do, because that
Angle
means it
अच्छा.
bought time for Rossi to push out again. But this time they have so many members over on build.
They're in so deep. And Rossi, so far,
Oh,
forward.
nice!
He's able to break that line of
Let's
sight now,
go.
draws out the knives.
Yeah, just to scout, make sure that they haven't gotten into the site yet. That buys enough time for
Nice.
Aaron.
Holding the corner, looking for a little bit
Nice.
more. Aaron will go ahead, drop the spike.
Down A.
Pat dead, Hunter's Fury. getting
Oi,
that
oi.
Connection.
Smoke through नहीं मारना.
Suddenly just Fox and he will fall.
Ooh.
क्या मैं
रॉसी का
क्या मैंने 7-5 बोला था यार?
In the half.
Right ahead of
Huh?
the last round and a
जेन में
half.
यूसी हो रहा है रॉसी का
And that lockdown still in
Huh?
Texas' pocket.
Yeah, just sitting there.
क्या
I mean,
shot
yeah, there were a
था,
couple of
dude.
rounds earlier where it might have been crucial, but now that they've drawn out the Hunter
Heavy
series
shot
here
मारा
as
बे.
well,
Heavy
this
shot
should
मारा.
mean that they are set up for an easy retake or just about
Nice.
time. Now, in that previous round, Rossi, sure he had a great shot, but what really impressed me was the way
कोरिया
he was
जाके
drawing
देख रहे
aggro,
हैं?
right?
यहाँ पे
Just checking
nice
for
बोलता
intel
था,
with
वहाँ
the
पे जाके
updraft
nice.
off of the blade storm. That draws out the Hunter's Fury towards him and really keeps Aaron hidden. Just great comms coming out.
SBG हो गया लगता है. रॉसी बदल
How
गया.
quickly do they want to push this pace? So far, really just an alarm bot in their way. That's easily cleared. Texture waiting to see if this is going to end up being the site before he plants any of these nano swarms. And even then, expect that the lockdown is going to be the first thing used.
Drone shot was
Right,
better.
Talon's idea is, okay, just let them
Oh,
push out of A
photography
if they
better.
need to. As long as we confirm the op's not here, let's just go for a 5-man stack. They most likely want to try to push in further as well.
वो
but
लोग
here's
ऐसे
the lockdown.
मार
It's
करके
gonna
तोड़
draw them
सकते हैं.
forward. They're going to want to clear this.
वो लोग ऐसे मार
They're
करके
going to
तोड़
push the
सकते हैं.
corner. Try to get the destroy on it, and they do. The smoke goes down. Texture
गलत
falls.
ulti मारा.
Plant now getting ready to come in. Aaron going to be noted. Garnet's up top. Decides not to take the fight. Ends up backing away. As Aaron drops to the low ground. He will also get picked apart.
It's a great setup, and during that chaos, that actually allows Pat to hide up there in the nest, but he is going to have to leave. No, he's going to win.
Doesn't win that fight somehow.
सबने whiff कर दिया भाई.
Pat able to stabilize the aim. Goes down to 30 HP. Sure, but wins it out
पनौती
now.
लगाई
Rossi
है.
with an operator.
अरे गलत ulti
What
मारा
can
हो.
you do? A flawless round to end the half and tie it up at 6-6. Talon
कोई एक
missing
बंदा
it.
येलो भी रहता तो भी ulti चलता
Wow,
था.
tied at the
Point
half,
there.
but you mentioned it, Achilles. Talon, they looked great
एक
on the
येलो
other
रहता था ना
side of the
क्रॉस
map
फायर के लिए
last
तो
time they
चलता था
played,
वो
especially
ulti.
against
लेकिन
Team
जब कोई है ही
Secret.
नहीं वो लोग सीधा वॉल
I
अप
think
करके
if you're
तोड़ दिए.
Talon, I mean, especially with how things started
वॉल
off
डाउन
on
करके
split,
फाइट भी
you're
कर लिए.
feeling
वो
pretty
कितना हार्बर का वॉल दिख रहा है
Yeah,
तुम लोग को
I
चाहे.
think, I mean, obviously the ever important pistol round coming through. It's going to allow you to string together a nice start on the second half. See if Global can continue to excel in that regard, or if
अब
Talon will
कृपया
keep
jinx
it
ना
even
करें,
at 2
thank
and
you.
2. But
कोई सफेद कपड़ा
वाह.
फर्स्ट मैप जब जीते तब तो तेरे मुंह में कुछ
हाँ.
फंसा था.
जिंक्स ना करे थे
हाँ जब फर्स्ट मैप में बोला जीतेंगे हाँ तब कुछ फंसा था आपके मुंह में.
Wait, I thought they did a play
Guys,
split last week. What do you
watching
mean?
देख
oh, you're
मेरा.
right, never mind. Forgot. We had
Triple
that
nine
collective fever
six.
dream.
Yeah, exactly.
699.
Well, yeah, they do look a lot better. And the other
कुछ
thing
तो
is,
नंबर का कुछ तो
what we're
लेना
seeing
देना
as a
है.
big difference here is that they're making these organized calls, which is what seemed to be missing in some of these earlier weeks in Pacific,
Hang on, one
which
more
is a little
number.
disappointing. I mean, a lot of people expected a lot
We'll
from
top
Talon
up.
off of their performance at lock-in. Their calls were good. They were even taking very, very strong calculated risks. And then they came to Pacific. Things seemed to be in a bit of confusion. I think even Cruz said that in an interview recently as well, where they're still just trying to figure out what roles each person's going to play. Today, they're making the reads a bit crisper round to round. They're adjusting to try to keep up, if not overtake, Global Esports.
ये किधर गए हो?
Right, well,
ओ विशाल भाई.
pressure certainly
यार
mounting here.
पॉपकॉर्न की कमी है.
विशाल भाई.
Let's see if they can get that
हाँ?
breakaway pistol
डर
round.
लग रहा है कि नहीं?
Talon are going to be able to answer this one back. I mean, a third map, Haven on the horizon. Who knows how that one goes down? We'll see if we can get there.
I mean, who knows who's playing? If we get to any
I mean, that's, yeah, another very good point. Bronski obviously waiting in the wings. Lightning Fast could come back in, play Raze on Haven for all we know.
Absolutely, that's
Plenty of things that
But
can
that
happen. I
music
mean, Talon
means-
are very much in a similar situation, what with Jit Boys as well. Currently sat
music
backstage,
बंद कर.
so if we can get to that third and final map,
Ah,
who knows what it all looks like. We can see Rossi, Garnets right now,
Chale,
fairly neck to
chale.
neck between the two of them.
Squad
yeah,
single
I mean,
में.
overall, I mean, obviously the team score is tied, but the kill board looks a bit similar.
रॉसी
as
भाई टॉप
well.
फ्रैगर. गार्नेट्स एक किल
Actually,
ज्यादा
it's
कैसे
down
मारा
to the
इसने?
wire, right, with the Jets up top, and then the
लेकिन
Global
अपना एक
is
डेथ
the
कम है.
initiator,
देखो
so
उसका एक किल
clearly
ज्यादा
both
है.
teams just trying to
अपना एक
answer
डेथ कम
back
है.
and
तो
forth, round to round.
रॉसी
That's
और
what
गार्नेट्स
makes
अभी
this
सेम
round
लेवल पे
even more
बेसिकली.
important than it usually could be.
हेवी पुश हो रहा है.
Recon and a fairly forward position
अबे
here from
जिंदा
Garnets.
कैसे गार्नेट्स?
A very small amount of damage in on a texture, but it's, he himself gets knocked down at 41. Good return fire. No kill found quite just yet. Rossi now at 33. And Cruz spotting. Let's go ahead and get the double team. Maniac going to be taken down now. Texture falling as well. Swing on the corner. Rossi and Aaron able to reply back. Rossi looking for another one, but just one more bullet on that frenzy steady. Would have been able to find it. Said it's going to be Bazzi now in a 1v2.
Now Garnett somehow still surviving with 15 HP, but he's correctly waiting to make this a 2v1. He's just going to play kind of shield or bait here for Pat. I mean, or Pat with the better health, he could try to stand up front as Garnett tries to get the aim with the ghost.
Oh!
Expects that wraparound's going to come through.
अबे वो बच्चा कैसे गार्नेट दो जन्ने मारे थे
हाँ
इबन को बोला अपना बुंड बंद रखे पहना
across both teams.
इबन भाई
One on either side, so Talon off to a good start.
आपने बोला था पिस्तौल जीतने वाले अपन.
Now, the way they set up for Cruz, and these were the kind of things that we wanted to see from Talon, right? Is if someone gets kind of spotted early, then you back out, you draw aggro, set up and bait for your teammate. Yeah, lots of excitement, but we're seeing it come alive.
सुपर चैट में why no John option in iOS कुछ तो है रे कुछ तो सीन है उसका मेरे को पता नहीं क्या है वेब ब्राउज़र से आप कर सकते हो.
This is a big gamble.
Yeah, they're gonna have to. I mean, this is one where they have to get the win, otherwise they may as well actually kiss the half goodbye. It's gonna have a huge impact. Now, Talon doesn't go yet.
Well, they do not. Still eat a good amount. Healing is going to be there. Fortunately, they do have that Sky. Shock Dart, second one now used. Drone going to be thrown in as well. Fox just dumping any and all util that he can. Yep. They use the pistols to clear the drone, so they still might not have a sense that this is going to end up being a buy. Now they do.
Oh, bye.
Push up over the top again. Cruz making this play, finds one yet. So 1 for 1 for now.
Yeah, and the fact that he stays alive, this has bought so much time for Pat to just make sure that there hasn't been a rotation yet.
Bazzi
nice.
Managing to find two. Garnett's putting that Vandal to work. Does punish. Man advantage barely there though. Global a 3v2. Rotating around. It's like Rossi gonna cheat forward. No, decides to go with the rest of the team.
Yeah, I mean, if you haven't run into Pat just yet, worst case, he's on site on B. But the correct assumption would be that they would eventually group up, right? And that's exactly what Talon's going to do. So the plant will go down. The force spy looking promising so far.
What is this?
She's going to stay on this lurk. See if anybody wants to come
Chana jor garam.
Cut across that way.
Huh?
And instead can now start to inch forward and have his own flank through that position.
Yeah, Talon, the idea here is going to be use your utility, make sure you're setting up for kills from Garnett with that Vandal, and then maybe even Pat just drawing aggro with the Cove and trying to force the defuse here.
I just feel like having Texture here a little bit sooner might have been good for him. Rossi turns the corner, puts a little bit of damage in.
One enemy remaining.
Nice.
They spray through, they find one. Garnett's going to fall, and there you have it. The force by paying off damage. As the Vandal going to be recovered as well. Keep it tied at 7-7.
अबे जो भी हो भाई weak बात है ना जैसे बेहतर स्ट्रीम मेरे लिए.
Free upgrades here for Global Esports. Meanwhile, the
भाई सामने Vandal था.
And they lose it to the force by.
भाई इसने कैसे दो मारे थे?
I was worried. Texture not being there, not having those nanoswarms thrown down. I mean, we saw them kind of spraying around the spike, expecting that they were going to be there. And I was like, oh boy, if they lose because they don't have post-plant util, this is definitely going to hurt. But
ये round जीतना भाई, please.
It's like Vandal's still going to be held by Aaron.
This is your spoon.
Give him that added little bit of firepower as Rossi looks to push the tempo.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're just trying to make the same call that Talon did against him as well.
उसके लिए रुकते हैं.
He's going to have to use the Cove just to get himself out of there.
Nice.
Well, any form of retake is going to be an absolute impossible mission here with the eco buy from Talon. Now with the Cove gone as well.
A couple darts from Fox, who's nearby.
Heavy rotation दिया बे.
The plant position.
मस्त rotation दिया.
Put some extra damage in.
They also
Flash goes in. Won't find much.
वो लोग क्या बोल रहे हैं? वो लोग ने अच्छा rotation.
Yeah, dropping off the rope, lands on the ground, sticks his feet, finds the kill. Finds another, and there
अच्छा
you go.
rotation दिया था
Round for global
anti Talon ने अच्छा rotation दिया.
Briefly.
Considering कि इतना सब कुछ हो रहा था, mid पे fight, B पे
Oh
fight.
yeah, Talon's ready for it. They say, all right, it's do or die time, right? And I like this call, because if you start to let things run away or you take a little bit more damage in the coming rounds, it's going to be, you're always going to be a round behind. So, Zover best say this is, act like it's match point.
वो लोग के जेट ने ऑफ लिया.
Snowball it forward.
ये कोलकाता में है ना?
JD bhai.
Fans of Mumbai certainly riled up now.
Mumbai mein.
Talon, see if they can give their fans something more to cheer for, as it's a glass cannon investment from Garnets. Wrapping on the rope, drops down, plays nice and close, scoped in. Just praying that Texture will swing into him.
All right, and now we have Foxy making sure that he's up on the nest as well on site to just scout the belt, which is going to be ever so important. That does mean Foxy also can't leave the site unless they reposition Garnet. So this is a two-person commitment to make sure that A-site is practically shut down on the attack. Then a swarm placed on B default to buy time should the attack come through here.
Oh, and they get the collapse!
Wow!
Garnets, they both just swing together. That's Texture and Monyet knocked out. That's how you even things up again. The push coming in, nearly finding Sushi.
मरा कैसे नहीं वो?
Spot him. Rossi not able to find the kill. Pep, what a turn is that?
मारा कैसे नहीं?
Wow.
And suddenly, from a flawless into a flawless of their own, Talon, they continue to answer back 8 and 8.
That operator coming in and paying dividends. I mean, you place this so early, such good position in Garnets, getting that slight flick. Ooh, Pat, reaction time as well.
Just nasty stuff. And this is one of the things that, while I think Pat Wiley today, looking a lot better when it comes down to the Harbor util. He looked a little bit weak in that regard versus Secret, but the fragging was still there.
Yes.
And now he's delivering on both fronts, which is good.
And now, Global Esports, an important round to see if they can solve, the riddle for this operator, or against this operator, rather. Now, they do have the Reckoning and the Seeker, so good ultimates to try to flush out that weapon.
Oh, subject this.
That's the thing, I don't care about this. Oh,
देख क्यों नहीं रहा है? ये क्या
default
है?
alerts. This one a little bit faster than the others. And he comes up with the kill. Aaron taken down.
We are doing small mistakes, guys.
In mid, they have presence in mid. There was no one on B, so you're just hanging back on site with the operator. Garnets, he still has his tailwind as well. If he's good for one more kill, gets out free this round, you can kiss it goodbye on the side of Global Esports.
You heard the noise. Somebody's playing up on pipes. Seeker's now going to be let loose.
He's going to wait until the last
Monyet
second.
Pushes up into the nest. Rossi will be the first to fall. Monyet trying to spam out of position. Garnet does go ahead, exit towards backside.
Yeah, but
how do you get in here? I mean, Pat is still swinging around the backside. They will just get cleaned up. Talon once again will establish a lead for themselves.
Yeah, and again, the backup, right? As soon as you hear the Seekers come through and the awareness to be prepared for that potential guiding light, he hears it start to fly in. He dodges it, Garnet. He is set up to make sure that they have to focus on pushing him out. That allows Fox to get this position. I mean, a great...
Free kill though. Free kill.
Well, getting closer and closer now to that map 3. Talon fighting back fantastically.
एक भी बंदा उधर देख कैसे नहीं रहा?
Wonder where was this team in your last matchup? There's the forward rush. Garnet's nearly able to find that shot, but they don't read that Sushi Boys is also going to be in this position.
Yeah,
trying to swing out, but the covering fire from Talon is just multi-layered and precise. Bazzi with a nice shot will find one, will find two. And suddenly,
oh, बाप रे.
Okay.
Okay, that was very, very dangerous. The operator not being found yet either, but okay, Bazzi doing whatever damage he can, because I was about to say, I mean, this is kind of a crazy commitment to push forward with an operator and 3 people against an eco round. I guess you just wanted to shut it down. But this is also, if you're a Talon fan, this is the type of risk, the unexpected risk that Talon took at lock-in that really threw off their opponent. So it is good to see that they have this confidence, and it was set up properly, right? You have the...
ये लोग का ना अभी मिड लेना पड़ेगा मेरे हिसाब से.
भाई मैं तो वही बोल रहा हूँ, मिड लो ना
थोड़ा लास्ट वो लोग कैसा हर 3 राउंड में एक बार मिड का कुछ कर रहे थे.
पावर दो गाइस, लाइक करो. एक्सक्लेमेशन एनर्जी किया है तुम लोग ने? मॉड्स
बेट क्या तुझे?
Set up your crossfire setup where you're absolutely going to guarantee the win. is that it also denies any extra rounds from your opponents like Global Esports to read your defaults, your setups, right? It means that they just have to kind of get shut down fast and early
Pinky
and
वाला
say,
cool
okay,
वाला
that was a
चश्मा
round
पहने.
wasted.
ठीक है.
We didn't do anything. We gained nothing from it. No extra ult charges, ult orbs. Obviously, this time Bazi getting a couple kills, but that's about it. You'd gain no more information. Now you force a second timeout. And that's denying a little bit of extra information that Global Esports can work with. Garnett's taking another new position here with the operator.
Look at the ults across the board. I mean, you want to say, okay, Global, they've got something to work with, but then you compare, and Talon's got 4, and they're not far off from the 5th. There's going to be that pit from Cruz.
And so they now know the operator is here, and considering it's got the turret, surely you suspect that it was up on that box. Pat's coming out again, but this time you already have Magnet planted in the garage.
Yeah, he's behind him. They're playing Ring Around the Rosie at the moment. They just don't know it. Wall coming out. I mean, that should be called. They have to know that he's out there. Magnet is not swinging back. Given that wall placement, he has to be in a forward position.
Yeah, no, surely they suspect where this came from.
Has Texture just not noticed it?
Okay.
He was in front, but, I mean, it makes some noise.
I don't know if they read where the angle was coming from, and then Aaron perhaps focusing on making the call to enter the site, didn't catch the very end of it, entering the wall. Either way, maybe they're just assuming that we just ignore it. Let's go with the plan that we have.
This could be
Oh,
everything.
No. Oh,
They're out
no.
in the open. That's the spike. He's cutting across. Aaron just does not know.
Oh, no!
And Pat strikes, and suddenly he's going to say, how the hell did this happen? Magnet around the back should be able to catch him. But no. Second separating them.
Pat, he knows something's off.
He does, but he just can't quite line it up. Magnet will be able to trade that one back. Meanwhile, Sushi Boys, a forward lurk. Much like the Viper and Harbor, both now, these Killjoys, narrowly missing each other in mid.
Now, very important that SK Rossi, despite all that chaos, was able to get some form of control here in A. That's the only hope they had of taking over a site.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he draws out the operator's shot as well, and that does set up for the Viper's pit.
Okay, Hunter's Fury goes across. They do complete the plan. Texture.
कैसे मारा Texture ने? अच्छा mid में.
Garnett's expecting this push coming out of mid. Texture wisely decides to back away. Knives now do come through.
Bazi on a hero mission to hold the site on his own.
Oh, right into the shoulder. That last one. The shorty
Nice.
out.
Baby.
Rossi able to win the fight. Garnets will just go for the blind spray. With the AWP and the Vandal in hand, call might just come through from Talon to save it. As I say that, Magnet gonna be taken down the pit now. Absolutely gone.
Nice.
Just right in front of Rossi.
2v1.
He never checks behind. A 2v1, a 1v1. Texture the last one.
Nades?
Yeah, but
But the time just not there.
yeah, you just have to stick it.
No. हाँ मेरे दिल.
A close out on the round.
सच्ची में
पूरा round 2 मिनट सांस रोक के रखा है भाई.
Coming in again. But still,
कैसे round जीते पता नहीं मजा है लेकिन.
util and weapons lost.
सांसें
I mean,
अटक
bring around the Rosie all across the map by all different players here in that round.
क्या हो रहा था भाई?
Even the pit setup as well, but
हाँ,
at the end
कसम.
of the day,
2
this all
मिनट
comes
सांस
back
रखा.
to the fact that
वाइपर क्यों
Rossi
निकाला क्योंकि वो अल्टी
gets
वैसे भी अच्छा नहीं था.
control
वो
or
सिर्फ
some
कंट्रोल
form of
लेने के
control
लिए.
on A site,
जो कंट्रोल
allows
लिया और
them
मारा भी ना
to
एक
get
को.
the pit down on top of the plant, and that secures the defense against the retake.
Yeah. Texture making up for his previous sins in the round. Being able to close that out for the team. And, I mean, it's the one ult invested. They get 2 away from the side of Talon, so in the end, definitely a very
वो
valuable
blind ने
round
ना
here for
information
Global.
दे दिया कि वो लोग retake कर
Hit
लेगा.
at the ready, however. Cruz ready to utilize this as the Seekers go chasing. The walls come up from Aaron as well.
खुशी का
Cut off
है,
that screen's
Texture का
access.
भी है, but
Now, Seekers and Trailblazer has cleared out the first
Yeah,
floor of the
hard
pit,
है.
so they know they're
Oh,
not
bye.
there.
Fox finding one, puts some damage on the Rossi, forces him to exit.
Oh, the snake
it
bite!
right in onto the cove, and it's going to be the shock dart that finishes the job.
Oh my god, the debuff coming in on timing there. What a good setup.
Fantastically done. Bazzi noting Pat, but
Oh!
much Sushi Boys out of the back site does bring this into a 3v3. Garnett's still wary about a flank in mid. We'll now start rotating over to join in with the rest of the team.
Oh fuck.
Lockdown going to be used. Texture invests this. Bazzi cuts one down. Identifies where Fox is at, but Fox wins the fight. Vandal headshot to go ahead and finish the job. And now they can use this to just go ahead, push up, and finally grab the spike and get this plant down.
Foxy just trying to see if he can get a little bit of spam right at the edge of the lockdown. It does get planted, and no Blade Storm ready for Garnets. They have to work with the operator.
They have
Oh यार मारना था
to try
इसको.
to bring this across the line, and it's going to be cleared. Texture now, his position noted, but he wins the fight. On to 1. Garnett's full HP.
Oh!
Texture! He does
Yes!
it again!
Tennis all day.
Oh!
Back rounds to keep them in this, to bring it up to parity. 10 and 10 now.
Oh!
as these rounds are so close down to the wire. That's going to force a timeout from Talon.
Oh, they need it because they just committed to the operator once again.
मेरे को लग रहा है ये
That's done enough
चश्मा
damage to their economy.
आप है ना
And such heroics from
Cool,
Texture.
cool
I mean,
बने,
sure,
cool बने.
spamming through the wall, that seems to be the meta if you're going for
माँ
these
क्या?
Harbor and Viper combos.
टिबन भाई अगर मेरा हार्ट को कुछ हो गया आप मेरे मम्मी पापा को लव यू बोल सकते हैं।
क्या क्या क्या
सांस रोक के बैठो यार 2 मिनट। आया
क्या क्या मेरे को
Well, Fox tries to
Wait,
find the
कुछ नहीं
angle, and
loaded.
Texture correctly positions himself to make sure it's 1v1s that he can
कोई तो
win
आया
back
था,
to back.
Down to the wire, Talon now.
इनका ये को है ना अभी
What can you say?
Talon.
Try to get them ready for this next round. You've been going back and forth every time Global's been able to catch up since the second half. You get, you know, that next follow-up round, you just maintain that lead. Can they do it again? Because right now, with given what we've been seeing, unless one team is able to break away from another, it just feels like overtime is an inevitability.
Yeah, I mean, they've been really kind of trading blows back and forth. Now, of course, should note that Pat did
Itna
die with the
intense,
Reckoning
yeah,
still
no?
in hand,
So
so
intense.
that is available for Talon to try to make the momentum come back in favor for themselves. Curious about their exact economy. I know Garnett's had to buy down for that, you know, repeated operator commitment or investment rather.
क्या हुआ जीते अपन?
Lots of Monyet fans, understandably.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Very well deserved. And I think more than anything,
Cool
fans of
chasma buff.
Monyet and fans
Side
from
hutta thoda.
Indonesia they're not just happy that Monyet's playing well, but I'm sure they're happy because now they can also share
Yeah,
with
yeah,
the rest
samajh
of the
kapda.
world what a powerhouse this player has
Okay,
been.
bhai,
And
okay.
again, he's been one of the most consistent players here for Global Esports and VCT Pacific.
Take a jet, make him into a machine.
लाइक करे गाइस 10k लाइक्स करे।
Just
Only
work,
2K
wonders
remaining
here
है।
for them.
हाँ
Worth
आपने
noting,
लाइक
this
नहीं
is,
किया तो
the
लाइक करे
first time
जीत
I
सकता है
believe
जी
that
ठीक
Pat
है
has played
फिर ये नहीं अगर हार गया तो ये बोलोगे अरे यार काश मैं लाइक कर लेता
Okay, yeah.
रिग्रेट
It's
में
the first
जिंदगी
time
जियोगे
He's actually repeating something. What with this Harbor pick, as everything else has been just new stuff from him. In the last 30 days,
अटक
he
गया
can play what 7 different ages, and this is like the first time that he's done one twice.
Yeah. We've got some extra fans from Germany asking us to
कुछ
speak
बोल रहे हैं,
German.
सुन
Do
रहे
you know any German?
अबे अटक गया मुंह में
9?
खा रहा था अटक गया मुंह में
Guten Tag. Okay.
You don't bite,
B Gates says, how are you? How's it going?
That's about all I got. You
There
had
you
some time over at ESL.
I did, yeah, and I had studied a little bit of German as well.
Nikal
Lost
gaya,
a
nikal.
lot of it now to the times, but welcome to Korea as well. I mean, this is the other great thing about
मेरा फोटो
these
किसने बना
leagues is that you get to visit, especially in EMEA and Pacific,
Texture का है वो?
You're
मैं
close
हूँ,
enough that you could try to
मैं
take a weekend visit, visit the country where the tournament's being hosted.
Yeah.
and
तेरे
then
को
get to
आंखें
watch
नहीं
Valorant
दिखेगी
as
ना
well.
मेरी
हैशटैग जी फाइटिंग नहीं मुझे मैं खुद दिख
Well,
रहा हूँ
looks like we do have a tech pause, so we'll go ahead and
अरे यार अरे टेक पॉज भी अभी आना था विशाल भाई इसमें मेरी गलती नहीं है अभी मैं जो करने जा रहा हूँ दैट इज ओनली बिकॉज टेक पॉज है ये लो आपके लिए बुरा लग रहा है शिट चालू हो गया
You go, yeah.
I
So the
take that
economy
back.
just kind of in shambles for Talon. So they're just going to buy the single judge.
Kyle,
Oh,
Kyle.
Pat getting
Alright,
trapped, much like Rossi did earlier with the bucket. This time it was Pat with a
Gordon
judge
chala.
saying,
Come
"I'm
on,
gonna get
Texture.
Garage. I'm gonna get in there. I'm gonna kill them all."
Nice.
Did not work.
एक और
900 creds, right? I mean, again, we talk about some of these economic
इधर तो और आवाज है ना
You know, buying the judge
Sushi boy
itself
मरा
is
ना?
not the problem, but if you're trying to buy a hero judge,
मैं
as
वो
good
आवाज
as
देख
it
के
sounds,
मैप
and,
देखा
you know, you're not set up for a full buy.
If you buy a
Good
judge,
boys.
let's be clear, you are not a hero.
the villainous judge. There
Yeah.
we go. You're buying the villain judge.
गाइस
Well, it's not going to come to anything. And he's
इसको
down
मरना
900
पड़ेगा
for the next round.
फॉक्सी को
Well.
Foxy
a
को
bit
मरना पड़ेगा
anticlimactic.
Yes.
उसका अल्ट
All
आएगा
around after the little additional delay on the backside of the tactical timeout.
आवाज देखा
A dart to clear the way. Fox and Cruz eventually need to make their way over towards B, because if nothing else, they need to die to the spike explosion.
Samir bhai thank you for the 22
But, Texture
guys
has
1500 likes more remaining for
It's
10k
positioned the other
जल्दी
way,
likes
so-
करें
Oh, he now.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
scam.
Well, then we'll get one for their trouble.
गन आ गया उस पे
Does it do much?
उसने मारा ना एक को
हाँ।
अरे उसको
Can't, so now he
मरना
wants to
था
go die to them.
Hey, kill me! And they, I mean, they probably should have just not.
Cheating लगा
भूल गया वो
No, but I mean,
fine.
yeah,
वो
just
अगर
give an
नहीं
ult
मरता
point to
था ना
Batsy,
तो
and he's
उसके
very
बाद
close,
अल्ट
so,
नहीं
you
आता
know,
भाई.
all in all, I think both sides are
मरना तो
okay
था
with that ending.
That's good. I mean, hey, at least he got his death. He
अगर
also did have
वो
a weapon.
मरता नहीं ना so
Yeah, it
उसका
was a
अल्ट नहीं
Spectre,
आता
so it's
था.
not great, but he had a weapon to carry forward.
The
so
more I
it's-
think about it,
Carlos
it's such a
did it.
funny ending.
Yeah. I mean, I just...
एरिन
Oh,
भाई
I keep
थोड़ा
throwing these
2 kill मारो
all my
जल्दी.
rolls in my head.
Yeah.
The XMS not saving weapon, not
Yep.
dying part.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're still buying up to whatever
Enough
they can. A little
forward.
bit of half armor on the side of Pat.
Oh.
Operator. Is
Protection,
that-
no. I don't think he saw him.
I don't think he saw.
Otherwise, he wouldn't be going for this. Well, now he's very well aware.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hunter's Fury.
ए 2 जन को लगा.
Fox gets the
Oh.
tag, gets the kill. Aaron taken
अरे
down.
यार
Nicely
एरिन
done. Wasn't sure if he was going to be able to get anything with that one, but he absolutely does. And that's a
अल्टी
big
था यार
part of
उसके
the
पास
playing
आर्बर
field.
का.
And I like that commitment, right? You have your own lockdown. You know, if Texture is able to build up to his at some point before we go to a potential overtime, so
Yeah.
might as well just use Hunter's Fury to try to get a lead because you are desperate to catch up.
Oh!
Oh, the combo of Bazzi and Rossi is continuing to go hand in hand. I'll headshot him, you finish him.
Yeah, and you took out the Killjoy, so you know that they have to be focused on Kitchen once again. You just plant Rossi to draw attention on the lurk here.
भी जाना चाहिए.
He's trying to buy some space, throws down that bite, sprays in up
पट
top.
से भी जाना चाहिए.
Yet, don't believe, not getting hit by the
पट
dart.
से भी जाना चाहिए.
Oh, but
जा रहे
Rossi's
सुन
जा
रहे
रहे.
सुन रहे सुन
जा
रहे
रहे.
सुन
मिड
रहे
देख के जाए, मिड
now,
देख के जाए.
time-wise, do they rotate
Oh!
to be? They're actually
देखा
going to
नहीं.
move around Pat as well.
Oh, but
Oh,
that
dude.
lurking
Rossi
around the
मारा,
back,
Rossi मारा.
यहाँ पे मार सकते हैं
waits
Rossi
out,
एक और.
finds Cruz.
देख लिया उसको.
Now, a 3v4, the spike being still brought around the corner. Pat
अरे.
gets some
चलेगा,
jump finds
चलेगा.
Rossi. Time running low,
The
the Reckoning
Reckoning.
going to be invested. The
He has
wave
to push
pushed
on it.
out, he goes in, and he's going to be able to take them both down.
Guys,
The spike is
crazy.
planted, but Texture is just
Guys,
not in a position to make
crazy.
anything happen this time around.
Yeah,
He
he'll
finds
get some
one,
kills,
but they
but-
can just stay stuck to this.
रॉसी
Yeah,
ने कैसे
even if
रीड
you
नहीं
get the
किया
nano
यार.
in there,
सिर्फ होल्ड करना था
It's just
पोजीशन.
not good enough. Pat will find 4 in the round.
सिर्फ ये जो
There we
कॉर्नर
go.
बॉक्स है ना
Again.
वहाँ पे अगर चुप के भी बैठता तो बहुत स्पेस क्रिएट
Orange,
करता.
William.
We are tied. But you know, if I'm telling my wish is that this, you know, gets you to match point somehow because it was so costly, right? And your econ, now that you've broken the losing streak, it's still not going to be complete full buys, I don't think. Meanwhile, so many creds backed up on the side of Global Esports, so you're not out of the woods yet.
Certainly not.
Yeah, half armors across the board and a Guardian as well.
टेक्सचर
So
का
some-
अल्टी, आर्बर अल्टी.
Oh, we saw
Rossi,
some
no,
good
please.
gardening. We saw some good gardening.
We did.
We'll go with that. Earlier from both Rossi as well as Bazzi. Let's see what Sushi Boys can get done with it. That lockdown still
Oh,
at the ready.
अलार्म टूट गया.
Picture now just one charge away.
Rossi with an attacker operator. You still have that Sky to support you.
Oh,
But yeah, it's hard. Like, you're not going to be able to go through tube to kitchen with the operator here. So the hope was that you'd find someone fishing for info in mid.
Beach
Ideally,
chale.
the Killjoy. Then you know that they'd have to reinvest over to the middle part of the map. It doesn't happen, but, you know, they spent just enough time where they can still reset. You still have a minute on the clock. The problem being that Garnett's once again a forward position.
yeah. There's the Cloudburst, backs away. Enough to at least check and see if there's going to be somebody pushing pipes. And actually, I mean,
Nice.
Texture taking a little bit of damage. Shots fly through Nest. Garnett's wanting to stay and try to find that pick, but the Reckoning forces him back. Locked in as well, going to be invested as they try to sell this fake. Rossi, the only one who's going to be left in the site itself, as he's going to back away.
30 seconds left.
Oh, I mean, a great play from Global, though, right? They really just fake out that they're going to run away from the lockdown. It's already, the talent thinks they're one step ahead, but they're actually caught behind.
So I'm saying, they're staying forward. They're trying to really sell this.
चलेगा,
As
चलेगा.
the counter swing in, they will take down Garnets. It's a lone member on A, so
Bazzi
the
को
fake
बच के रहना
itself
पड़ेगा.
did work out. Bazzi now has to exit, though. Looks like he will be able to make it out. But the man advantage is still going to be found by Talon.
Yeah, and they're making sure that
Bazzi
Pat
को
tries to
मारा
catch up to
गया.
Batsy as well to make sure they know exactly where he is. They hear each other.
Nice!
Batsy with a kill. Now they have to make sure that Sushi Boy stays alive for that
टेक्सचर
alarm
भाई
by mid.
नेड का
Otherwise,
एफडी
they're
ना
gonna
बनाए.
worry about it.
Nice, Aaron, love you.
Getting some revenge for the early death previously. Does get pinged. The drop down comes in. Fox able to find
दो
one
नेड है, दो
somehow.
नेड है.
Doesn't take any damage in that exchange. Shock dart to try
लाल dude ने
clear
डाले
things
नहीं.
out. Gets rid of one of the nanoswarms. The other one lobbed in.
डाले नहीं.
Does manage to take it down.
बेस्ट एक्चुअली पता है.
Just gonna
And
stick
that
half.
one, he's gonna go ahead. Holds it to half.
Oh.
Half
To
हुआ
back
है.
away. 7
7
HP
HP.
remains.
Nice.
Bazzi says,
Yeah!
find
भाई
match
बाजी
point.
बाजी तू
Talent
जिस दिन
being
मेरे को
one
मिलेगा ना
more with
अपने
no
लिप्स
cash in the
पिंक हो
bank
जाएगा तेरे
to take this to overtime if they want to have a chance.
भाई कसम से बोल रहा हूँ भाई बाजी जो है
बाजी बाय
भींच मतलब बाजी बाजी बे
बाजी
Right, you see the Nanoswarm coming in and say, okay, the best I can do is get the half now, pretend that I didn't, you know, get hit too much by and try to win this 1v1 first. Doesn't work out, he's too low.
And now it's a hero vandal.
भाई एक वैंडल है सिर्फ
Sheriffs across the board. We've seen a couple
जीत
thrifties
सकते हैं
here in this
Close
map thus
करवा दो,
far.
please.
Can one happen now miraculously for Talon
Yeah,
to take us all the way into OT?
Okay, so Global Esports, they know that every time on that eco, they've had Pat try to push out. They invest a lot to make sure that that doesn't happen. Now, it doesn't really sign good news for Talon, because again, the weaponry's not there.
Any kill for Pat's a reckoning. Same for Texture, trying to get a lock.
नेड
Nano
Nice.
spotted. Aaron interrupts the plant just to go ahead and clear that one out. In the meantime, swing around the back. Texture going on the lurk, trying to catch anybody moving out under tube.
ओ किल जाए किल जाए किल जाए किल जाए
Oh, yeah, I was going to say at the right time to avoid seeing Sushi Boys, but then Garnets is right around the corner to get the elimination. Now Aaron has to pay attention to the back flank.
ओ नाइस रे रॉसी
Rossi with one.
नाइस रे
Patsy with another.
मार मार मार
They just
मार
try
कैसा
to
था
keep
नाइस
the
रे
ball
नाइस
down
रे
close. And with that damage, it is just Fox now with that van.
2-0 2-0
Oh, and look at that positioning. They're not
चैट
getting
सिर्फ
any
हार्ट्स
chances.
और
They
जीजी
flip it
चाहिए
off the
बस
bench.
चैट
Rush
में
the hills. It's not going to matter.
Guys!
It's not going to matter. Fox
गाइस हो जाए
will at long last
फाइनली
find their first match victory
हाँ?
here in VCT Pacific.
उनके
Both of
मैप
their
में आ रहा है
Indian players making
उनके
their debuts.
भाई लेकिन
Both
तू
of them
जरा टैलेंट
having
अच्छा खेला है
performances for their first
थोड़ा
time
मैं ज्यादा
on
कर रहा हूँ
this
क्योंकि अपना
stage.
टीम जीता बट लव यू टैलेंट
Can hold their heads high.
बाप खेला है भी
Previously to not
Shit.
have a win.
ओ भाई कैसा तो फील हो रहा है
Absolutely. What a well-deserved
Ooh.
victory. And one thing that I'm really impressed about is that despite having to play with all these different roster combinations, the calls and the syncing of all the utility has been getting better.
भाई
week by
मजा आ
week.
गया
Match
भाई
even map to map coming from
Ah,
split into
guys,
this Icebox.
first
And now they've shown
victory,
their Icebox as well.
first
And
stage
it looks
पे
quite strong, not
भेंचो,
perfect,
first
but the foundation
victory.
is there.
Yeah,
Huh?
there are some things to work on here. A couple of
कौन बोल रहा था इंडियन नहीं है हाँ
multiple people.
दोनों
On the
मैच
side of
जिसमें
Global
इंडियन थे
Roster in
वही
particular,
मैच जीते अपन
really
सिर्फ
raring to go, trying to get those eliminations.
इंडियन
Guys,
बस
like कर
बेबी
दो।
Falling a little bit flat.
10K likes.
But
Guys,
widely,
first
not a
international
bad
victory
first
by.
showing. I think as
First
well as the side of Talon,
international
this map,
victory.
it still looks comfortable for them. It's not enough to be able to get the win.
वो हो रहा है मालूम है प्राउड फील हो रहा है
This
वेंजियो
looks way
हाँ
more like lock-in Talon,
Yes.
basically, than I think that we have seen. Maybe aside from
भाई एंटी यार पार्ट
सच्ची में
पार्ट
देख।
बाप खेला
Yeah, I
ना
would agree. I mean, especially
मेरे को अंदर
the
से
the
वो हो रहा है
style
हाँ
एकदम
ना।
saw from them,
Good,
just
good.
taking some of these aggressive calculated risks, things like
जैसा
that.
मैं तेरे को
Let's
फर्स्ट
give
डे
them
मिला था और
some
मेरे को जो
football
फील हुआ
edge
था ना
against their opponents at lock-in,
फर्स्ट डे
so
तेरे को
it's
मिला
good
था
to
और
see
जो
that
फील हुआ था
Talon,
मुझे
it does seem like they
वैसा
are
feel हो
starting to
रहा है।
stabilize through that chaos and confusion that they had themselves, but not fast enough. They're now sitting at 0 wins in Ferocity.
Second
Meanwhile,
is है भाई
Global
Garnets
Esports
Garnets
celebrating
और
their
Pats
first win
मस्त है।
now with the full entire roster here in Seoul, South Korea.
And it's a huge one. And it's amazing.
भाई crazy है ना
You lose out on this.
Guys, only 1000 likes remaining for 10k likes.
Playoff hopes.
10k likes कर दो यार
Yeah, I mean,
विक्ट्री वाला स्ट्रीम है 10k likes के नीचे मत रखे लाइक करे शेयर करे सब करे
Really bizarre
फोटो जाए
scenario.
फोटो जाए
Yeah.
फोटो जाए
In circumstances. Global, they have been showing us with every single match that they can push
वो
teams
कितने कर रहा है
and
रॉसी
get to that precipice.
वहाँ
They've
पे
just
जाके
been
वो
unable to cross the
रॉसी
finish
वहाँ
line.
पे
There's
जाके
still
वो
a
सब
lot
करता
to do for this squad, obviously, to make it in the playoffs. But
रोज
they've
आना
shown
पड़ेगा
that
लगता
they
है
have the
वाह
potential,
उमंग भाई वाह
and
हाँ?
now they have their full roster here in South Korea. And I
कैसा
am
है उमंग देखा
continually very excited to see
उमंग तो देखा मेरे सपोर्ट के वजह से कैसा एक टीम जीता जस्ट मेरे सपोर्ट के वजह से देखा उमंग
I'm going to say that's no longer a problem at all, especially because
yeah.
if they feel
किसको ढूंढ रहा है
comfortable
गोलू?
pairing
ओ
Nazi and
भाई।
Rossi as the Skyjet duo,
ओ गोलू
clearly
ओए
the costs are
ओ समझ
money.
का पड़ा
There's no form of
किसे ढूंढ
advantage
रहा है?
that you have to overcome where you're forced to play certain
ढूंढ रहा था।
roles.
अभी
This-
जस्ट
this
ट्रेलर
team
दिखाया
is
भाई
coming
वेट
to
मजा आएगा
fruition, and they're on
मजा
this
आएगा
up,
कुछ
right,
भी क्या
you know,
सच
upwards trajectory
आफ्टर
in terms of
1.5 years
teams
उससे भी
like
ज्यादा
Talon
भाई
or even Secret, we're
1.5
starting to slip a little bit.
Yeah, I mean,
After
I
ages.
think that the biggest help for me is texture. Now I can actually talk
और
to
स्टेज
texture.
जो किया था वो भी
the
कर लो
last two
पंख
series,
क्या क्या था
anytime I see texture, he doesn't,
Plain
you know,
banana.
he'll understand
Huh?
that I'm saying
Plain
hello to
से
him, but if
गए
I ask him
हुआ।
a question, he might not fully
हाँ,
catch it.
अच्छा,
and
वो
now
गोवा
he's
के?
getting towards fluency.
Looks like
Basically,
Aston
having the
अभी।
issues of, I lived in
भाई मुझे तो नहीं मालूम, मैं तो बहुत खुश हूँ क्योंकि मैं $800 का जॉर्डन जीता। हाँ, विशाल भाई बोल रहे थे 2-1 होगा, मैंने बोला विशाल भाई घर पे। हाँ, अपना टीम। हाँ, किधर है? विशाल भाई ये लो, ये लो, ये लो विशाल भाई। हाँ, बुरा लग रहा है आपके लिए। ये लो,
तो तू जा रहा है अभी?
लियो। अभी 7 बजे ना।
मैं सोच रहा कि गेम खेल के जाओ।
हाँ, शायद से कुछ।
सर मैं और आप हो क्या?
पिंकी आ सकते हैं, मैं नहीं हूँ लेकिन। क्या क्यों? नहीं, पिंकी भी नहीं। We'll go for walk now only, no? We can't go for walk बाद में।
वो नहीं है।
नहीं, हम लोग अभी भाई वॉक करेंगे, बॉडी बनाएंगे।
एयर जॉर्डन्स 4 रेट्रो थंडर इनकमिंग।
कौन सा?
एयर जॉर्डन्स 4 रेट्रो थंडर।
हाँ क्या? एयर जॉर्डन 4 रेट्रो थंडर आ रहा है मेरे पास। कैसा है वो? जॉर्ड है क्या? विशाल भाई सीन ऐसा ना कि मेरा साइज 11 है। अगर आप ये 2 जूता लेके आए और 11 की जगह पे 10.5 या 11.5 होएगा तो एक्सचेंज हो सकता है। गिव अवे नहीं करना यार। हाँ, जो पहला जॉर्डन मेरे को मेंबर्स लोग ने मिलके दिया था, आज तक वो चप्पल जैसे यूज कर रहा हूँ मैं। हर इवेंट में एक ही जॉर्डन दिखता है। कोई भी इवेंट देख लो, कोई भी किधर भी जाता हूँ वही जॉर्डन लेके घूम रहा हूँ। पिंकी दी के चश्मे का कवाल। बात तो है वैसे। बात तो है। अब हर वॉच पार्टी में तेरे को लेके बैठना पड़े। सिंपल।
ठीक है,
गए
इधर ही रखेंगे।
हाँ, इधर ही रखे। हाँ, समझ रहे? सब पनौती बोल रहे थे। कौन था भाई? कौन है? बाहर निकलो फनौती वालो। बाहर निकलो। इंटरव्यू देख के जाना तो चैट मतलब मैं भी इसलिए रुका, वरना मैं यूजुअली स्ट्रीम एंड करता हूँ। मैं रुका कुछ समझ। UCM एक सेकंड, उमंग भाई ने क्या बोला? मेरा भी 11 है।
So this could be one of the first really big utilizations of a multi-man roster that with the rotations that could end up working. We'll have to just wait and see. It's only one win so far, so there's still plenty more to see. But it's time for our interview here at the end of the series, and we have no one other than SK Rossi, of course, in his debut, after his debut, I should say, to hear from.
Membership chat miss कौन सा वाला? Rossi Golo Fiji. हाँ।
आए Rossi.
Now, thank you, casters, and he is finally here. I'm joined by SK Rossi. Now, congratulations, Rossi. But first things first, how was the first game on stage?
Usko Rossi, boss, cameraman.
It wasn't pressured or it wasn't that hard, you know. In lock-in, it was like whole new experience for me. I was telling my teammates, it's like, oh, this is nothing then other than normal tournaments, and then I started, you know, getting that vibe of the tournament, and I wasn't comfortable. But now here I feel like home, so it's fine.
Oh, it feels like home. That's good. That's good.
Feels
but
like
before
home?
the match though today, Aaron tweeted,
Huh?
now a big surprise awaits for the fan. And then you tweeted right away, nah, he baiting, right? But I could tell that you guys were all very excited to play together. So what does it mean to you to be able to finally play with the team and also be able to grab the first win together?
I mean, it feels amazing. You know, the first win should have come.
मैं क्यों बोल रहा हूँ ना, बहुत
before, you know, all the games were very close. All the other 5 were putting their 100% to win games. And all the games were very close. But I'm happy we got the win today. And the whole process is like props to the coaches and all the players who made this 7-man roster work. You know, bring in
Vishal,
the
can I call you? हाँ, कर सकते हो. Number है?
giving both of us our comfortable agents and make things work. And first victory should have come
WhatsApp
earlier,
करे
but
पहले.
you know,
WhatsApp करे.
it's now here. I think
फिर मैं
we're
free
looking
होके
forward
call
to win all the games from here. Yeah, pretty strong.
Well, you talked about how for the past week it was so far yet so close, right? It was a tough 3 weeks for global esports, and you openly expressed how frustrated you were for not being able to be with the team or be there for the team, and practice wasn't really an option for you. So, how did you try to?
कुछ तो important question पूछा उसने.
Just
Exam में
for a week I was like kind of demotivated and wasn't involved in practice and stuff, and then later on I got so many tweets from all the other coaches that you know, you need to watch the scrims games, don't feel useless. Just watch with the team and learn from it. So I started taking that feedback, and I was watching the game, and I was grinding ranked, and I was listening to my coaches what I should do while I was not playing. It was frustrated because the season is getting over and 3 games already, and I don't want to miss any other games. But yeah, thankfully, love of God, everything worked out in the end, and shout out to the entire team. We made it happen.
All right, so fast forward, right? You came to Korea with lightning fast, but there was so much to do, and you only had like about 5 days or just about a week to prepare, adjust to the new country, to the new system, and also role swap, etc. So talk to me about the preparation process once you got here.
Once I got here, I got lost twice. Me and Lightning
Great question पूछा उसने.
He got lost.
Me and Lightning Fast played till night because according to Indian teams, we sleep. So me and him both don't have internet, don't have map, and we got lost, and then somehow found some free Wi-Fi on the road and just got it to the boot camp. And from the next day, it was all about the coaches and the players started making us comfortable by giving us our agents or letting us play how we want to play and telling us our mistakes and stuff. So it was all about preparation, I would say. Like the team and the coaches, everyone, they just made it happen.
Today was all about the team effort and the teamwork, right? Well, Paper Rex will be the next team you'll play. So are you feeling good about that? Like, how are you feeling?
I don't have good memories.
दोनों मेरे friends. WhatsApp पे PM क्या? ठीक है.
So I know I'm not alone. We have 6 other team and we have 3 coaches and we have the entire team. We have entire fans behind us. So we're just gonna play our best game and win it out like any other game. It's all about giving your best on the stage.
4-second team versus
proving
4
everyone
second.
wrong, and feel good about yourself. Whether you in the end, it all matters is did you give your best or not.
Sorry, ये joke मारना पड़ा. माफ करें.
It's all about did you
joke मारना पड़ा. Sorry.
Did you practice 100%? Did you give it your all? That's all it matters. So yeah, we're gonna play our hearts out.
All right, and lastly, any message over to the fans?
Hello, India.
Hey!
And we got our first win, and all of us are working really hard to get us more wins, and make it to the playoff. We all need your love and support just like this. Don't flame us. We'll try our best, okay? So I love you all, and the team loves you all. So thank you for everything, and the show just beginning. Yeah.
It's just the beginning for GE, all right? Thank you very much, SK Rossi.
Thank you, yaar. Thank you for having us. मेरे को और
you heard that, Victoria.
Thank you for having us,
India.
Hi. Hi बोला उसने मेरे को. को पता है कि मैं देख रहा था.
GE.
इसने भी hi बोला. Crazy day. मेरा हो गया. मेरा हो गया.
Do you have any words to say?
चलो भाई सबका सुन लिया भाई. इनका भी.
अबे
रुक जा यार, चैट से बात करने दे भाई. अबे क्या ये नहीं आने वाला एग्जाम में. एग्जाम के सारे क्वेश्चंस आ चुके हैं.
Just a good day.
सच्ची बात.
डर नहीं लगता तेरे को सोफे पे सोना.
तो मुझे एक डाउट आया इंटरव्यू में.
हो गया, मैच खत्म.
पहले डाउट का आंसर दे.
मैच खत्म. तू सोफे पे.
सुने, डाउट ये था कि रॉसी बोला वो जैसी कोरिया पहुंचा वो घूम गया. हाँ, एयरपोर्ट पे कोई लेने नहीं आया. क्या सीन? ये डाउट आया था मेरे. ये डाउट आया था. समझ रहे हो? हाँ. भी सेम क्या था? व्हाट्सएप पे डीएम क्या ये था ना? व्हाट्सएप पे डीएम क्या? ठीक है. गेट वैक्स करते हैं अब. अरे आपका नंबर तो सेव्ड है. चलो, दैट इज इट फॉर नाउ. अब हम मिलेंगे 7 बजे. किधर मिलेंगे वो भी पता है. बूम बाम मस्ती होगी. तब तक हम जाएंगे व्हाट्सएप पे. ठीक, व्हाट्सएप बोलो, हम वॉकिंग पे और थोड़ा चिलिंग्स करेंगे और फिर से आएंगे यार. थैंक यू फॉर ऑल द लव एंड सपोर्ट. थैंक यू सो मच. एडी भाई कैसे हो यार? लव यू. थैंक यू फॉर द 2 न्यूजीलैंड डॉलर्स एंड द मेंबरशिप. इसलिए नहीं पढ़ा क्योंकि आप डॉलर नहीं देते वरना. या इट्स ऑल अबाउट डॉलर्स. या ठीक है. थैंक यू सो मच. जाते जाते कुछ भी करके यार 10 के लाइक्स कर देना और अपने फ्रेंड्स को बोलना कुछ भी करके ये स्ट्रीम पे 10 के लाइक्स कर देना यार. ठीक है. वन ऑफ द बेस्ट स्ट्रीम्स एवर है क्योंकि बाप मैच हुआ है. जीते अपन. फर्स्ट विक्ट्री है. चले मिलते गाइस. मिलते हैं. आदियोस चेड में फादियोस पकड़ के आना 7 बजे. चलो बाय गाइस. बाय. मिलते हैं. सिया.
I regret